Yes.
6. Alrighty-o, Aelin. Everybody put on your favourite D&D background sound, etc.
You are my background sound.
La 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 la. I probably shouldn't speak too loud because the window is open. But okay, so I'm sure you guys all already know, but I will just mention it again anyway. I hate ads. Last game, you guys had your downtime. You had some dramatic scenes, including a date that went awry between Ulster and Moran, and also perhaps the hook to a new mystery. But with all of that in mind, we start today, the morning after all of this happened. Now, Cass, I'm going to just say that you wake up in a drunken heap, perhaps, curled up like a cat at the foot of Ulster's bed, with like a throat like all like cocooned around you, and then like a fan on your face, or something like that.
No. You've got the way Cass sleeps all wrong. She's like
amazing. Also, you feel a strange shape at the foot of your bed.
Which bed? Where am I?
You're at your mansion.
Oh yeah, I am. Oh yeah, Ulster's turned himself into a little snail, so he's probably taking up the least amount of space possible.
Cass
might still be at the bottom of the bed, but she's spread.
Yeah. Ulster's in a corner, growing mushrooms.
So is it just like a snail surrounded by mushrooms? Is it like a little
strange ritual? You can tell something's up.
Yeah, because I need to add, Ulster came home and burst into tears the night before. And he would have just cuddled with Cass, Marlena, and Bluey.
Okay. Is Cass awake then?
Yeah, you can wake up. It's up to you. Astra would be with Farinia and it that before.
You avoided tragedy.
Lil, do you want to roll and see who wakes up first?
Yeah. I was perfect timing. I was just getting my dice out.
Highest number is awake first.
Okay.
Oof. Got a number to beat. 19. Cass wakes up first.
You see a softly weeping snail surrounded by
Cass looks over, just sees, and even the mushrooms are weeping, and she's a little scared.
Even the mushrooms as well.
Cass is going to do something which I did when I was a child, and you can judge me if you want, but I don't really care. Cass is going to scoop up the snail, give it a little stroke, and then put it on her face. I mean, as a child, I did have about 6 or 7 snails crawling all over my face. I was a weird baby. But it's fine. I liked
the snail.
I was a snail habitat.
Yeah. The snail starts crawling towards your ear.
Yeah, literally. And Cass is gonna start going about her daily business, and she's gonna say, I don't know what happened. If you want to stay as a snail and crawl around, that's chill. But if you want to chat, that's also chill. I will get you an alcoholic beverage ready. And she starts whipping up some sort of nice cocktail, has dry ice, so starts smoking. And she's just gonna sort of put it down, but she's gonna just sort of get ready.
Nice.
Start going outside and leave it.
Also, the snail will stick his little eye stalks near the drink.
Okay, Cass is gonna waft the smoke of alcohol to the snail. She's like, if I actually give it to you as a snail, you'll die.
Yeah, I think he dies and then manifests back as Ulster.
Like alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, alcohol poisoning. Cass, shit, sorry, I didn't adjust for snail consumption.
Killed my snail.
You could go back as another snail, and I'll just
No. Thank you. He takes the alcohol and starts sipping it like a baby.
You guys go down to the kitchen area, where you see Marlena and Monsesvald. And Bluey, if you would like to join them, you can. Are in the corner playing Three Dragon Anthem, which is a card game. And
How could you be playing games at this time?
Emma, thank you for informing me what Three Dragon Ante is, because I've never known.
Yeah, you can buy it. I'll get my friend to steal it for us.
Oh my god.
That's so cool.
Okay.
Don't know what it is.
Actually, George, if you ever want free books, just send us a list.
This is on recording.
Yeah, but no.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
This is not.
Done.
This is all in D&D roleplay, by the way.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
in the roleplay, I got 13 new books yesterday
Roleplaying.
for free.
Ulster did. Ulster, what kind of books did you get?
All romantic poetry.
Lovely. So you guys come down and you see them playing Three Dragon Ante, and Marlena looks over and is like, Moon, it is the more. Oh, you sad.
He's still in his clothes from last night.
You mean my clothes? Anyway, no, I'm joking.
My teeth are still blue, by the way.
Blueberry toast.
We had blueberry toast, and now both of our teeth are vaguely blue.
Marlena comes up and just anxiously taps you on the shoulder, like, da-da.
The force of the tap drives him into the ground. He's like, ow.
Oh, sorry, I don't know my own strength.
You're a very strong woman.
Yeah.
What's it like being a prince?
Great, actually. I managed to walk around and they didn't even know. Although I did pick this up for you, because they just kind of pushed it into my hands and then walked off really suspiciously. It was quite strange. I actually think that it might have been an intruder. Oh yeah. Sorry, I should have told you guys this. But to be honest, none of you were here, and then you came back and you were sad. I kind of forgot. So
wait, who's this? Sorry,
Marlena, I think.
Marlena. Got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, Monsesvald and I were hanging out.
Oh, I thought you were right. Have you recovered?
Monsesvald flips you off like fucking hell.
Cass is like, finally a bit of spice. I've been waiting for this for weeks.
Monsesvald and I were hanging out because we're kind of just NPCs,
You're the ends? Is that
You mean you guys exist? Will we turn away? Crazy.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, no, we were
Just
outside on the
Monica.
step playing marbles and stuff. Anyway, and it's so.
Yeah, get to the intruder part.
Sorry, yes, okay. Well, this guy came, I thought he was a guard, but his, uniform wasn't, didn't seem to fit him super well. Also, I didn't recognize him. Also, it just gave me the heebie-jeebies.
What did he look like?
He had dark hair, dark eyes, dark skin, and white teeth.
That's really unhelpful.
Okay, well, he looked like Loran a bit, but not Loran. Maybe they were the same race.
Ulster looks at Monsesvald. Didn't you say you were attacked by someone who looked a bit like Loran, but not Loran?
Yeah, but you know what? I actually forgot that happened.
Well, you're useless. What did the intruder give you, Marlena?
So, it was this, and she pulls out.
What are they doing?
Can you hear that drilling noise? Closing the window.
Can we get the fan in here?
Yeah, do you want to grab it?
Yeah. Am I allowed to release them in?
Yeah. No food. Men, here come the cats. Let me retcon, because Monsesvald wouldn't have said that he forgot. He says instead, you know what, I think I need to start being more careful with my words. Taosheri exist, and I can recognize a Taosheri. So I'm just going to start saying this instead. I think he was a Taosheri. Rather than saying they looked like Loran, not like Loran.
Baz!
Somehow that feels slightly insensitive.
You don't have a free.
All good?
Hold on. Let's get off my disc. Get off. Piece off.
He looks like Fiona in Shrek.
Well, that makes a huge difference.
Are you saying I'm an ogre?
No, but I am saying Baz is a princess.
Yes.
He is, yeah.
Monsesval makes that correction, and then he says, he gave me this. And he passes you, Ulster, a postcard,
Also takes the postcard.
which it looks like it's marked with an otherworldly seal. When you
Can
touch
I
it,
arcana check it?
You may, yeah. A very strong.
I was like, wait, don't hand it over yet. What are you doing?
I'm capable of checking it just as well as everyone else.
Nat 20, so 21.
Sick. You get the sense that this is from another plane, this seal. Specifically, not the Feywild, not the Hells, and not the Underdark. So not one of the planes that you would know off the top of your head. But it feels, it doesn't feel malicious necessarily.
Okay, but it feels like another place.
Yes.
Okay. Cass is going to relay that, and even though it says it doesn't necessarily feel suspicious, like malicious, sorry, she's suspicious, and she's like,
Actually.
she's over Brian's shoulder, like, what?
Hey, Ulster will open it then.
Also, when you open it, you see. Now, when you were younger, I think you did plenty of portraiture in your time.
Mm.
And this portrait specifically is something that you drew yourself.
Oh, creepy.
What you see is a small but very well-crafted piece of paper with a drawing of a man on it.
Oh, it's Lala.
Whee. A drawing of a man on it. A man who has quite piercing eyes. Looks quite handsome. A little bit older than Loran, and even in this picture, from what you can tell, it's quite a while ago. And on the other side, the flip side, when you turn it over, you see this message, and it says, "Look forward to hearing about your adventures. Wait for me in Ironstone, my friend."
Okay.
Which does, so a few details. Yes, this seems to be from Coral, authenticated by the fact that it's on a drawing which you yourself would have given to Coral.
Yeah.
And it does back up Loran's story that he said to you the other day when he was saying that Coral was not on this plane and would be returning relatively soon. Whether this is he's actually back in Ironstone, or whether this means he will be back in Ironstone soon. I think either way, you feel a sense that this is like a promising development.
Laundry.
Ooh, hair! Lovely.
I do. I want it out of the way.
Thank you. Sorry.
I loved her hair.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
Oh, hi,
What a funny guy. So, all of you guys can see this as well. So, Bluey, Malena. Malena wouldn't have looked at it necessarily. She would have given you a bit of privacy. But Bluey,
Not you guys, though.
Cass, you guys are crowded around because you were arcana checking and things. And I imagine that Bluey, considering how Allspare came home, isn't too far behind. And so, yeah, that's what you receive in the mail. She says, "Oh, wait, you also got this." And it's like a bunch of junk mail. It's like, free pizza at the dogs at midnight.
Mushroom. Wink, wink.
It's just like fantasy mail.
Ulster will carefully put the postcard and the drawing in his pocket. Well, it's not anything to panic about.
Is it from
An old
your
friend.
boyfriend?
Don't have a boyfriend.
Can I insight check?
Don't have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Don't have a boyfriend.
Oh, wish that was my natural 20. What is my insight? Oh, it's 0. So 14.
14. I mean, look, you saw you saw Ulster come home sad after a date with Loran. So, you know, they must have had an argument or something. You're not stupid. You can kind of figure that out just from being friends with Ulster.
It's not for my boyfriend. And he turns around. We need to get ready for the day. Much to do, much to uncover.
I mean, Cass read it over your shoulder. So I think Cass is like, I think she's less worried that it's some sort of nefarious bad person, because I don't think Cass has been made. Is Cass aware of any concept of this sort of like? Because no, I do. No, because Loran said.
Yeah.
No, I do know, because Loran said that he didn't trust Carol and was worried. Okay, Cass is like.
I got my eye on you.
Cass is going to be like, yes, it's great. And she's going to follow you.
It's great.
So you guys get ready for the day.
Yeah.
And as you do, Marlena kind of says, I would love to stay a little longer. Ulster. I do think I ought to think about heading home soon. The situation I left behind, especially from my parents, my dad's letters, it's getting a little bit hairy up there.
That's fine.
But
you don't have to stay here. It's honestly.
Well, but you know, you also don't have to stay here.
No, I don't plan on it.
Look, I know that guy in that letter said to wait you in Ironstone, but if you wanted to wait with us, I could set up a room for you. My brother's really annoying, but like he's fine. And my dad would be happy to put you up. I think he knew your dad way back.
I really appreciate the offer. I will stay in Ironstone though. I'll pass by Whitecliff maybe on the way back.
You're going to go back to the Messiah?
No, but on the way back somewhere. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm not going to just say. I've got a few things to sort out with. And she nods in the direction of Bluey and gives you the eye, Bluey.
What sort of trouble is happening near the castle?
Well, like, it's not big, but it's big enough that we can put up a few people and, you know, we have provisions and things in stores. A fair few families have turned up in the last couple of days trying to seek refuge, and they've said there's been some trouble to the east, near around the Fang Temple of Bahamut. I looked into it a little bit. I went to the temple the other day while you guys were out. And it seems like there is an issue perhaps with the undead.
We know about that.
Yeah, I think you guys probably would know about that, considering that you came from that direction. I have a sword. I have divine magic. I can heal people. I am needed there. Needed elsewhere. But like, I don't want to leave you guys in the kind of mess of this, and she points to the mansion and like, you know, the Messiah flags and like, ugh.
It's not really a mess compared to a attack of the undead on your lands. So
yeah,
it's just a bit more of an eyesore.
She laughs. We'll have my clothes back. But I'm pretty sure that Astra and Loran went through your wardrobe, so you should have some nice stuff.
Yes, I will shower and change He looks like he spent the night in a bar.
Cool. Right, I'm actually going to go get some provisions, start planning my stuff, so I'll be in the markets.
Right.
Anybody want to come? Mom says Vald, and Mom says Vald is like, I've got to sit on this egg plant
Isn't that supposed to be done already?
tomorrow. One more.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, I have not felt any changes. I think he might have been due.
Cass doesn't say it, but she says something. Cass is like, whatever.
Cass, you have to pay him regardless.
Of course. He has done me a service.
Mm-hmm. Marlena heads off, and I think we'll quickly jump over to Astra. You and Frenia are alphabetizing the bookshelf. You notice that Frenia has acquired many new tomes since when you last met her. And it's gotten to the point where she has started to run out of space, especially after going to the library the day before. You notice she's checked out at least like 4 or 5 extra tomes, and she's like angrily like shoving one on a shelf, like, come on, you'll fit. Onric is watching you both from the table, just drinking some pitch black tea, and he just says, like, through semi-blind eyes, looking like completely in the wrong direction, he says, we should have your friends over, don't you think, Astra? The ones who've been putting you up, to thank you. Thank them for looking after you.
A lovely idea, yes.
Brynja, through like grunts, says, yeah, I want to meet them properly. You can't really talk in the library. You know.
You wouldn't talk in a library anyway.
She goes back to shoving the books in. And she takes a step back, and you've seen the Sleeping Beauty, you know the cake, which is like toppling off? Yes. The bookshelf, this is like the bookshelf equivalent of that cake. It's just so full of books that it looks like it's about to teeter off the wall at any moment. And she's like, nice.
Like, Astra's just in like constant contact with her, like physically.
You got something to say? Lala.
Wow.
I love your cat. So good.
Lala. Mr. Van. He's such a weirdo. He started pacing non-stop, which I'm worried about. I think it might be cause for concern. Hello. What's happening? We call him Chicken. Chicken Man. With ballet feet. Chicken. Chicken Man with ballet feet.
Giant rabbit feet.
Indeed. Lush. Onric gets up on wobbly legs and says, well, I'll go fetch your friends, shall I? I'll go myself.
No. We'll go get them. We'll bring them back, and maybe we'll cook something all together.
That's better. I have some work to do on the forge anyway. And he starts walking away from the forge and towards a wall, filled with like sharp, pointy objects. Do you stop him before he flies?
Yes. I think Astra is just kind of like too busy just staring at Frenia. Just like...
You hear, right, okay, then rather than that, you hear an ow from behind you, and we'll just cut. We'll just cut there.
A literal smash cut.
Yeah. A few moments later for you guys, but perhaps some adequate travel time.
Oh, can I just say,
yes.
If Ulster had wandered off, he would have just gone back to bed and is now lying like this.
Okay, cool.
And Cass is sort of like, what's wrong? Like, Cass hasn't left your side yet, by the way. She's one, suspicious, and two, concerned. So
he starts growing mushrooms from his mouth and just spitting them out.
the last of us.
Loran is not here, and in previous days, Ulster has stayed over at Loran's place. Like, not anything nefarious, but has stayed over at Loran's
Nefarious.
place to be with him rather than here. But that has somehow changed. For some reason changed.
Happened last night.
He spits a oyster mushroom at you. It'll make a good breakfast.
Can I try and catch it?
Yeah.
Would that be dexterity?
Yes.
Can I argue it's a saving throw?
Oh, I was actually going to say it would be a saving throw, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't very good regardless. Oh, okay, 15.
You, like, fumble it, but you manage to catch it.
Good for the immune system.
Cass is gonna put it down and just be like,
You
what's
prefer
wrong?
shiitake. He vomits some of those up as well.
They're covered in stomach acid.
Okay, Cass is gonna be like, not that your mouth mushrooms aren't lovely, but
like
no, I love them. But I'm more concerned as to why there's mouth mushrooms in the first place. What's wrong?
It's the best place to grow mushrooms because if you grow mushrooms in your hand, the environment
Cass is going to shake you.
Mushrooms start coming out of his ears, his nose, and his mouth.
Because Cass can sense you're about to start going down like some sort of mushroom mantra, and she's like, "I don't care about the mushrooms.
I don't care."
Sparks, are you here as well? You can just thumb up if you want.
Sorry, can you repeat what you said?
Are you in with them as well? Yes, okay. All right. Sparks catches one mushroom in the eye. She's like, oh.
That was a chestnut mushroom. You can eat it, yeah.
Oh, it's covered in stomach.
Cass looks over at Sparks as if like she's like,
I'm not diseased. If you're getting them from the ground anyway, it's just the same as pulling them out of my throat.
right. I get that. Why are you here and not with Loran?
Ulster sniffs.
Okay, Cass is going to sense that, and Cass is going to burrow into a hug, mushrooms and all, and is going to give Brian a massive squeeze and be like, I understand that sharing might not be that easy for you. You might not have had many people ask you what's wrong before, but I do genuinely care, and if you want to talk about it, you can. But if you just want to keep growing mushrooms, we can cuddle in a mushroom field.
I'm so confused, Cass.
Why?
Sparks. He pulls another mushroom out and just flicks it away. I am confused because I don't understand men. Do you understand men?
I will admit that the male species can be a bit annoying, but what specifically about them have you confused? What has he done? She starts cracking her knuckles.
I just don't. You think I would understand as a male man person, he, him, you know?
No.
I don't.
You're a mushroom, they, them. It's fine.
I don't understand. Lala, shut up. Lala's just screeching in the background.
Just gonna close the door for a bit.
Yeah. You see, what happens when you go to a bar with someone and they're like, oh, yeah, I like you, but wait, no, bad, no. Also, I definitely did make out with someone else because I don't like you, but I also like you, and then you
And
just...
it's sex bar.
And it's a sex bar.
Right. Cass immediately knows exactly what's happened. It all makes perfect sense. Cass is going to pull you up and sort of lean you against a big mushroom that I'm assuming has just been growing behind you.
Yeah. You pull the cover off and there's just a giant fungi.
Just gonna lean you against it and just be like,
She sits
she's
on it.
gonna look to Sparks and be like, so
Pick up.
Loran is an idiot, as most men are. Sorry. Looks at Sparks like, am I right?
Am I right or am I right?
Am I right or am I right? Men are
Sparks is
idiots.
bewildered.
Like, yeah, maybe.
Okay, Cass is just gonna she's not got the response she wanted to from Sparks. She'll throw it to you once more at some point maybe, but if you don't give her the response she wants, then she will never throw to you again. Cass turns away.
It's like, you're dead to me.
That is not the cheerleading response I asked for.
Down with the man.
Men are stupid. I'm sorry that you like them. I'm sorry that I like them. It's annoying. But Loran is a particular idiot as well. He has spent many years running from things and people. So
Long distance
you
running.
sort of have come and he's accidentally run into you and he's not quite sure. He's currently on the floor. He's trying to get up, but he's confused. And
He's on the floor and can't get up.
In the sense of you were a shock and he's now not sure where he is.
He's not sure where he is.
Cass is like, right, okay, metaphors do not work. He is not used to strong feelings of emotion for people. He normally feels lust, and that is it. With you, I think it's different. I know it's different. He is trying to self-sabotage whatever's happening, because then if it goes all wrong and you decide that you don't want to pursue it, that hurts him less in a way, even though it will hurt him more. Does that make sense? He's being stupid. I can't emphasize this enough. Very stupid.
Why would you do something to hurt yourself before you've even come to the conclusion that it will hurt you anyway?
Is he avoiding rejection?
Does he have rejection sensitivity dysphoria?
Just like yes.
Yes. Yes, essentially. If it ends before it goes anywhere, that's better than him putting himself out there and you saying no.
I don't get it.
I mean, like I said, he's stupid. What I will say is the start of the relationship should be more fun than mushroom crying. So he needs to pull his act together, because the way he's making you feel is not okay. Because, that's just not fun.
I think at this point, very, very aptly, you get a message, Cass, which is just a hiccuping Loran with you can tell he's got like a snotty nose, and he's like, "Help me."
Cass is like, yes, he's a big baby. I will go fetch him. She cups Brian's cheek. You are good, and it will either work. It should work. It will work. I'm sure it will work out. But here's another alcoholic beverage. She also looks at Sparks and messages her and says, "Don't let Brian out of his sight."
There's a knock on the door. Sparks, what do you say in response?
That looks like a very interesting beverage, Ulster. Can I see?
Ulster's like, yeah. He holds it up to the light.
There's a knock on the door.
Yes.
Cass goes and opens the door.
And you see Momza's Vald is there.
My baby, is it ready?
No.
Are you using Mum's as as a surrogate mother?
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's
This
not-
has been very clear from the beginning.
Oh.
Anyway, no, it's not ready. I'm not here for that.
Oh.
I
Immediately
yeah.
disappointed.
Wow.
Sorry,
Um,
Mum's was foul.
No, it's fine.
Like a mushroom. We've got a lot.
No,
Don't.
I prefer sugar. Sweet things.
I can try and grow some sugar cane.
No, I'm maybe like a blueberry.
He pops one on the end of his finger and gives it to him.
Is this cannibalism?
No.
No. Okay.
You really like those. He hands him like a handful of them. Oh wow.
Anyway, actually, I came here because I was doing some research the other day.
You were reading? Never seen you read.
No, look, I may not know who I am, but I'm pretty sure I'm a fully fledged person with skills and a personality, an existence when you aren't here.
No, I've just never seen you reading before.
We've known each other like a week and a half.
Most people read within a week and a half.
I haven't got any books. We've been travelling.
Ulster looks at his backpack and just pulls down the side. It's packed with books.
Okay, well, I have been doing some research, and I have come into the knowledge that there is someone who could help with my predicament, a fortune teller.
You mean your memory predicament?
Yeah.
You want to go to a fortune teller? Okay.
They're called.
Sorry,
What are they called? The fortune teller.
Madam Ava.
And did you research them?
Well, what happened was I was walking very painfully down the street because I think I might be going into labour tomorrow. And I was looking for some ointment for my bottom. And as I was looking, a flyer flew on the wind and hit me in the face. And I looked at it, and it was advertising the services of someone called Madame Ava, who is a fortune teller, a diviner from the far plains. I don't know what that means. I assume it means, like, the next county over or something. Anyway,
Cass is immediately suspicious.
okay, well, anyway, I thought it might be fate that it hit me on the face, so I booked an appointment.
Fate or planned?
Aren't those the same thing?
Depends on how. But fate is planned by a higher being. Planned is just nefarious.
But couldn't higher beings also have nefarious plans as well?
Oh yes, definitely. When have you booked this for?
Well, actually, that's what I was going to say. I booked it for this afternoon, and I was wondering whether anybody wanted to come with me.
I want to
Yes.
come.
Okay. Neat. Well, we'll
What
get
time?
in a couple of hours.
Perfect.
That late
I'll be
already?
back.
Okay.
Well,
Where are you
meeting.
going?
Shall we meet at the little cafe near the bazaar, the one with the rooftop bar?
Yeah.
And the orange
Perfect.
sun umbrellas.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Where are you going?
That's running. To sort an idiot.
Emma, can I check in with my familiar? Yeah, of course. Okay. You check in with your familiar. It's been there the whole night. So you sort of, all you guys, you watch as Ulster just kind of flops back on the bed like,
Who's on the mushroom?
on the mushroom, like, and transcends. Ulster, you see,
Spark's like, what?
you've seen Howl's Moving Castle. You know the part when Hal is devastated and starts melting?
Yeah.
You see what is essentially Loran, but it looks like he's covered in like golden honey, and he's just melting on the floor. And there's just like bottles and bottles of alcohol all around him. And there's like he's completely naked. He's just got a little sheet just wrapped around him, and he's just oozing. And there's like a sad violin playing by itself in the corner. And he's just like.
Can I get the Vol to like tippy tap onto his head?
And you start sticking, and he's dead to the world.
I start screeching in his ear.
Are you scrying?
No, my familiar's there.
Yeah.
Oh, your familiar's there, I see.
Also, you start screeching, and Loran looks up and is like, way better, over to the violin.
I bite his ear.
Ow! He swats.
Ow!
He looks at the ball.
Vol looks at him.
Stickily, he pulls you. There's like a string of goo. Puts you back on his face.
I bite him again.
Don't look at me.
And I try and like futilely drag him out of the honey.
Okay, so you like start pulling on a bit of his hair, and that's about as best as you can do. Right, so you guys all get ready to go. Mom says, well, we can get a spot of lunch at the cafe.
Mm-hmm.
And spot of lunch.
Spot of lunch.
Should we pick up Astra or
Where is Astra?
smash cut? Knock on the door.
Oh, there's Astra. Alsto goes, hello.
You go down to the front door. Astra is there.
Hello.
Hello. Did Astra bring Phrynia, or is Phrynia still working on building a new bookcase?
Phrynia is still working, but you can invite them to dinner on their behalf.
Okay.
You didn't bring your partner.
No, she's back home. But
Alsto like makes it as if he's going to shut the door in your face, but he's like, no, I'm joking, and lets you in.
I was going to invite y'all to dinner at her place.
We do, yes. We're going for lunch at the cafe, and then we're going to a fortune teller. I believe we could fit in dinner with Phrynia and yourself.
Excellent. Also her dad.
And the father. Jump scare.
Fortune teller, really?
Did not catch that. Sorry, Aelin.
Oh, there's like her expression kind of like scrunches, and she's like, "Fortune teller, really?"
Fortune telling, yes. Mumswesfeld wants to go to a fortune teller because he was reading.
Fascinating.
Try again. Mumswesfeld says from behind you.
Because his bottom was sore,
Try again.
and he wants to understand why.
Amnesia, because I don't know who I am.
Right, yeah.
I got that. Yeah.
But those other things are also true.
Yes, they are true.
Did you get the cream for your bottom?
Yes, I did. It's very embarrassing.
That you told all of us.
Yes, because I trust you.
You don't trust Astra.
Yes, because I trust you.
Are you supposed to be implying something else by saying that?
No.
Right.
No. Astra, I also trust you. You just weren't here when I told them that my butt was sore.
And now you know.
Great. Really good D&D.
And now we're all caught up to speed.
And so,
Also, we need to rescue Loran from the honey. I assume Cass is going to get there first.
I guess, okay, you guys start heading
to
towards
know.
the cafe. Does Astra want to know?
Yeah, that is an in character question.
Yeah, I know.
Do I want to know?
Yeah.
Long story short, Loran drowning himself in honey and alcohol. Cass going to save him, I think.
And we're going
I'll keep
to
an eye on it.
watch.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
It's probably best that we don't crowd him in this state.
Very well.
Else we get
Off we
honey.
go. Or Seth flounces out the door, still dropping mushrooms.
Or you flounce and every other step a mushroom falls from you.
La 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 la.
Okay, so all of you make your way downtown. Yes, you arrive
Downtown, honey.
Downtown, honey. You arrive at Loran's shop, the Majestic Menagerie. That is Loran's shop. And you notice it has not opened, which is very
Cass.
unusual.
Cass knows where the secret key is.
Yeah.
It's under the little flower pot that's out of place by the door.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's like, I mean, it's enchanted so that anyone who else touch it who doesn't have permission will turn into like a something. But she's like, yeah, opens it and unlocks the door and goes in, and then locks the door. And she starts heading immediately to where she knows he'll be, and then she like gets distracted by some of the merchandise, and she's like, ha!
The power of power.
Yeah.
Slide.
She goes.
I came here to help you. I came to rob you.
She goes to the back room and she looks down at Loran and she's just like, she kicks him.
He sits up. I'm unlovable.
I can help you for a price. She looks at the pearl.
I already pay you, Cass. I just need some help getting out of the muck. I've decided to become what they call meliated man. It's where you wean yourself off into an all honey diet. I've chosen mead as my particular brand of honey. And then you soak yourself in baths of honey until you become a liquid goo and you lose all physical form. You die. And that is my plan.
Cass goes and like puts her hand on the glass where the pearl is and be like, soon, darling, soon. And then she uses that same hand and she just goes, and like smacks Loran across the face.
Ow. Why?
And then she grabs his hand and starts pulling him out of the honey.
The vole like chitters on the floor.
Why are you doing this?
Cass is going to look at the is it a mole or a vole? It's a mole.
It's a vole. It has
It's a
big
vole.
red eyes and it's white.
Okay, Cass is going to stop pulling Loran out of the honey, and he's just like, and she's going to go and crouch down next to the vole and be like, could I speak to Loran alone?
The vole quirks its head. Its eyes are very blank. You get the feeling Ulster's not looking through its eyes right now.
Okay. Cass is going to sort of be like, can I just put you somewhere that you can see but not hear? Is that okay? Is she still speaking to the vole?
It squeaks.
Okay, she's going to usher it into like a soundproofed glass jar. Be like,
You put it in a jar.
Cass is then but also going to be like, and here's some food. She doesn't know what voles eat. She just puts some human food in
Honey.
Yes, some honey.
Rand,
Like,
honey.
I'll be back. And then she goes and continues to drag Loran out of the honey. Loran?
I took him on a date. It was wonderful.
Was it?
And then it wasn't wonderful.
That's because you sabotage any chance of happiness you have.
What now?
She keeps pulling.
Ugh, okay. You eventually, where are you trying to lead him? Like down some stairs or onto a chair or?
There is a barrel of just water that's used to occasionally like clean off some stuff. She's
Okay.
literally gonna dump him in it.
Okay, you dump him in the barrel of water. It's like, fuck. That's good. And you can see that Loran's got like a little stubble growing, which is obviously fake because he doesn't grow facial hair that easy at all.
He's being dramatic.
He just hangs his head forwards and he's like, I tried telling him how I felt, and it was good. But then yeah, you're right. I ruined it myself. I have no one else to blame but me. So I
But
guess
even
I'm
you-
going to
Even you saying this is you ruining it again. At the end of the day, Loran, you like him, he likes you. You guys are both making this much more complicated than it ought to be. I would say it's driving me crazy, but I would be like, I fucking love this. I love everything about it. I love being all up in both of your grills. However, he is sad and you are sad. I'd much rather be up in your grills when you're happy, and I can be like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Not like, So can you sort it out, please? You're. I'm glad you told him.
Late, Cass. It's too late.
You are honeying, he is mushrooming. Both tells me it's not too late.
No, it is because you don't know what I did.
What did you do?
In Kinnersport, when I went out by myself.
Oh yeah, you kissed someone. You've already told me.
Yeah, and then I like hooked up. It was not a chase.
It was more than a kiss. It was a fork.
Almost a fork. I couldn't do it.
Yes, you told me this.
Exactly. And now he knows. And we weren't together. It's not. I didn't think. Then, of course, I'm an idiot. So.
You were trying to sabotage yourself then. I'm glad you told him because otherwise it would have been bad. But you probably told him in a way that was, again, sabotaging. So what I will say is I don't think it's all over. I do think you need to step up because, like I said, this is the beginning of something beautiful and it shouldn't be so difficult. I do get that both of you have issues. I clearly don't. I'm perfect. But, you know, like, clearly do. But I think you guys should be having fun and enjoying your time together and then seeing what happens. No, without trying to think about the future and let your fear of the future and commitment and also of the past ruin the nice present. This is my thoughts.
Loran listens to you and looks down kind of at his lap for a moment. He dips his head under the water and blows some bubbles, and then he comes back up slowly.
Just a baby.
And in a gurgling kind of voice, because part of his mouth is still underwater, he says, every time I feel like I could just reach out and take that happiness, I hear this horrible, grating voice. He shakes his head. Sorry. I know this is stupid, but Stan and I, even if we liked each other, which, okay, I mean, I like him, I know, hope he doesn't hate me now. It wouldn't last. He was engaged, did you know that, until recently? His family have plans for him. He has plans for himself. There's not even a guarantee that we'll age the same way.
Loran, you spend your life living in the now and enjoying the now. Why, when there's a moment where you can actually find a bit of happiness, are you like, oh, the future? Oh, just fucking go on a date with me.
Cass, it's because I can actually see a future, okay?
Yes. So
I don't.
instead of seeing the future and already being like, I'm gonna not let this happen, or it's not gonna be exactly what I want, just enjoy this as not like this is the man I will always be with, even though we know it is. No, I don't say that. I don't say that in person. Georgia.
Little do you know.
Little do you know that the fates have been. This is a redone campaign, so your fate is very much in stone.
Do you think? Perhaps yes, if that was anyone but Ulster. But do you think he will go along with that? Really? You know him now. After a week and a half, his views of this kind of thing, of relationships, are different from mine. He has expectations. He's been brought up to have expectations.
I'm not saying go into this relationship like, let's just have a fun fling. I'm just saying enjoy this time together without catastrophizing every single element of it. Just enjoy it before you ruin it.
Cass deserves a raise.
Cass does deserve a raise. She deserves that pearl of power.
He just nods quietly. You guys go ahead, have a good day. I'm going to clean up. Manual labor. I'm not going to use magic this time. What are your plans in the evening?
Say that our mutual friend, nudge, has had a postcard from the person you're concerned about. And Mumsesfeld has mysteriously...
I'm coming!
has mysteriously felt like fate has invited him to a fortune teller from another plane. By the way, the postcard was from another plane. You know.
Yeah, and maybe you should turn up and, investigate that. Guys, can you stop fucking mean to him? Literally. Giving what? Being mean to him. We love him. Loran. Don't be mean to my baby. Don't be mean to him.
Cass is his best friend / sibling. If anyone can be mean to him, it is Cass.
Loran stands up. His member flaps in the wind. No!
I have a very important question. Where is the breeze coming from?
He created the breeze as he stands up. He's like, fire ruffles.
What breeze could be?
Except instead of his hair.
What breeze could be strong enough such that it flaps?
Magical breeze.
Cass pointedly looks at the member and is like, looks back at Loran and is like, get dressed. And Cass looks back at the Pearl of Power and blows in a kiss on her way out.
Okay, so I go downstairs for like 10 minutes, and when Loran comes down, I'm going to just set the scene for you. Okay, so he's His hair is a mess. He's got like
He's a
Yesterday-
bloody mess.
yesterday's eyeliner like under his eyes. His shirt is like buttoned completely the wrong way. Like there's like 2 buttons down, like on one side, and like it does not match his trousers at all. He was like, okay.
Cass looks at him and is like,
Is it my face?
she goes and starts like kind of like a mum whose kid is about to go to school and is like trying to like look really cool, but they end up just looking stupid, and she's just like and starts fixing his outfit.
It looks a bit better.
She looks at the trousers and the fact that it doesn't match the top, but seeing as she's just fixed the top, she like goes into his wardrobe and is like, I'm not really very good at the fashion. Clothes are better on the floor. And she finds a pair of trousers that she thinks is a bit better, and she chucks them at his face. They're passably better. They're not like good.
Okay. He does look slightly more put together. He's less like kid trying to look cool on the first day of school and more Jaskier in season 2 of The Witcher after he broke up with Geralt.
No.
Cass is like, oh shit, before we go, she goes and like takes the vole out of the glass jar and puts it on her shoulder and is like, I'm sorry.
Cool.
It chitters. It sniffs around and then goes, oh.
So you guys start walking. Moving over.
Can I just go to the loo quickly?
Yeah, do you want to have
We have a 5-minute break.
Yeah, 5-minute break, we'll make some tea.
Yeah.
And we'll get back.
See you guys soon.
Okay. See you in a bit.
I know we always say that, but
I love that
it
sound.
never
It
gets
makes
old.
me
That goddamn button.
Hit the button.
Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the button.
And that's
We are rolling it back.
Whatever. It's so chaotic.
Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? Right.
Gives it
So-
trickles.
Cass and Loran, you guys start walking towards the area where you know you're going to be meeting the others. The rest of you make it to this lovely looking, very local, yeah?
On the way, can we stop off at a little shop? Not Loran's, but like a lower class establishment.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
I want to buy a really nice, comfortable cushion.
Cushion. Oh. There are some things which are called incontinence cushions, which have like a circle in the middle.
For like your spine as well. Donut.
I want a really nice one in a nice colour, and I want to get it embroidered with an M on it.
Yeah. Lovely. So that happens. You do that. Wonderful. You are going to pay a gold piece for that.
You're taking that off his payment.
Do you want
Cass is
a
like-
really nice one? You could find a 5 silver one.
Cass sighs and slides over a gold piece.
Okay. Nice. Ironstone isn't the cheapest place in the world. It's quite an affluent city. However, as you are doing this, we switch scenes over to this lovely local cafe. It's a little bit haphazard, but it serves what you've heard is very, very good food. And sorry if you see me moving my arms, because Baz is right here.
I love him.
And it is called Tourniquet.
Tourniquet.
Yeah.
As in tourniquet.
Oh dear.
It's called pronounced tourniquet.
Why?
Uh-huh.
That's such a funny name.
Yeah.
I love it.
And downstairs, you see there is a burly woman wearing a like kind of PVC apron, and she is like shouting out instructions from a kitchen. And as you guys come in, it's heaving downstairs. The upstairs is a little bit more quiet.
I hope you booked Mum just found.
Oh, I didn't, but I mean, I think there should be some room upstairs. Downstairs is usually more popular. And she shouts, "How many are you? How many are you?"
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
Dining room, then upstairs, yeah?
Okay.
Right. Now, what are you here for?
You look at Mum just found.
Lunch? Yeah, but what kind of lunch? Are you people of the night? Creatures of the night?
Mm-mm.
No, alright.
Hmm?
And there's a shout over from the corner that's like, "Ma'am, can we get an O negative on tap?" She's like, "Alright, yeah." And she pulls a tourniquet around her arm, and she gets like a syringe, and she goes, gets a shot glass and just transfers it over, and she's like, "Nice and fresh for you."
Maybe you should sit down after giving that much blood.
I'm used to it. Go on then, upstairs. I'll bring you the human menu. I reckon that's probably what you're good for.
Also, just looks at Mum's found and goes, "Huh? Why did you bring us to a vampire restaurant?"
Just seemed nice.
All right.
Sparks.
Oh, I assume everyone's had a long rest since
Yeah.
last session. All right, good. Can Sparks do a divine sense to feel any perhaps undead within 60 feet?
Oh yeah, sure.
Just a bit.
A lot,
No.
probably.
Mm-hmm. How
Ah,
many? Well,
how many? Oh,
you look at the downstairs area, looking around. Also, front quarter of the establishment is quite nice. It's like, very much a local restaurant kind of energy. The back half, all the windows are shrouded, and you can notice the patrons have started moving with the shade. And you get the impression that about 10 of these people are undead.
Mum's
but they
just
are
found.
not the same kind of undead as the ones you've felt before. Monsters Dad was like, yeah,
Did you know?
no.
Right.
What?
Also, just heads off upstairs.
I just liked the umbrellas. I kind of came up here the other day for a sandwich, and it was really nice.
Are you a vampire?
I mean,
he's walked with us in the daylight.
I'm a day walker.
Could be a dampier.
No, not a damn bit.
Open your mouth. He pulls up lips. Yeah. No, fairly boring teeth.
Did Bluey would have Sparks would have sensed on the divine sense if Mumsfeld was.
Oh yeah, true. There's nothing up with Mumsfeld, right? Apart from everything else.
No.
Apart from the usual.
Apart from the usual, there's nothing up
Okay.
with him. His random maladies are just getting more and more. Is potentially a vampire. Has an eggplant up his ass. Anyway, you guys go up, and a moment later, the one of the waiters, who appears to be a human, comes out holding up a parasol, and passes you each a menu. And when you open up, it just says on the inside, there's like a undead side, and then there is like a humanoid side.
Ulster starts reading the undead side with great interest.
It's like blood
Astra does
cake.
as well.
There's like blood pudding, like blood cake, blood milkshake. There's like O negative and B plus, like is that a 1? B plus?
Be positive, yeah.
B positive on tap. They have like pre-bottled AB positive.
They say AB is market price. I wonder how much that would be.
Mhm. Availability for some blood types depends on the day.
It depends on who's
Who's
working.
on shift.
I like the
Inquire
parasols.
behind the bar for more obscure tastes.
Everybody who works here must be very
Anemic.
high in constitution, if they're still alive, I guess.
Everybody here is a big bear.
Ulster looks at his veins, looks around, and goes, "Couldn't work here.
No.
Cross that career path off.
The waiter laughs and is like, "You could not."
Well, that's a challenge."
Ah, Now, how many are seated at your table? One. Two.
So the other side of the menu has quite a delightful range of cuisine, actually. There is a small sandwich menu. There is also then a farmer's platter, which is, various meats, catch of the day, cheese, bread. There is an extensive drinks menu, mostly teas, rather than alcohol.
Ulster immediately orders the strangest tea on the menu.
Okay, then you order.
He wants a herbal infusion
Okay,
with
well then-
local herbs.
local herbs. Then you order a juniper yarrow and bloodberry tea.
Oh, is the yarrow to stop the bleeding?
The waiter gives you a wink.
Understood. It's quite nice.
You order your lunch and you're sort of sitting around. Cass and Loran, as you're walking, the city is as it always is. You're both quite comfortable here. You notice
Until.
Cass, as you're walking, you notice the hairs on the back of your neck are just sort of upstanding slightly. Make me a passive perception. What's your passive perception? We're not on the menu. You are potentially on the menu.
Not great. My passive perception is
Dragon blood.
Yeah. Passive perception is
12.
12. Okay, can you make me a perception check, please?
Yeah. With that piss poor perception. Oh, start rolling. 5.
5. La 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 la
La, 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 la. With my cushion.
Right, so let's roll for the round. La 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 la. You guys walk over.
Wait. Can Lily roll for the vole?
Oh, yeah.
The bowl,
I
yes,
can.
with disadvantage.
No.
Bowl.
No, the ball has great perception. It was a 19, but plus, I'm guessing plus Ulster's 24.
10 off your sound.
Saying. Can you lip read?
The vole kind of turns in little circles. I think he's on Cass's shoulder, right?
He's on Cass's shoulder, yeah.
He turns in little circles and then he's going to crawl on top of Cass's head to try and get a better look. Decide she's too short, jump onto Loran and crawl up on top of his head to get a better look.
Make another perception check. Not you, I'm talking to Cass this time.
Oh.
Now that you've noticed.
Never mind.
You're okay, we'll carry yours over. Okay, better. What did you roll?
Advantage if I'm pointing
I mean-
them in the right direction?
This is her second
Oh,
chance. What's
It's a
that?
10.
10. You're like, very strange behaviour.
I was like, oh, it's Brian, isn't it? Oh, Brian.
And then Loran leans over and he just says, Cass,
Yeah.
we have a shadow.
Cass immediately looks at her shadow like, has it come alive?
Don't be such an all-star, Cass.
We have a tail.
No.
Somebody is following us, Cass.
Where are they? Immediately, Cass is at that time has 2 daggers have mysteriously appeared in both her hands. They're not like she's not holding them in a threatening way. She's just sort of like spinning them round as if this is just a habit that she does. But Loran knows she's ready to stab a person.
I'm ready to stab a bitch.
So you have a look, and what you do is you look in the kind of like glass reflection of the shop window, and you see about 7 paces behind you, hanging on to like the closest crowd of people, so as not to draw attention to themselves. An averagely tall individual wearing a dark cloak, and with this very brief glance. Only thing of note that you notice about them is that there's a golden sort of shimmer on their face.
It's probably one of them.
Would I know what that golden shimmer meant? Is that sort of like a disguise or a magic thing?
It looks like makeup.
We would have told Cass about the people we saw in the library.
Yeah. Cass, you know that there was a bizarre encounter between Astra, Sparks, and Ulster, and 2 people who were in the library and went through a secret entrance. They looked similar to this.
And what happened in that altercation? Was it like they just saw them and were like, "That's
They
weird"?
saw
Or
them go in through a secret entrance, and Ulster heard them say some
Questionable
things, which I will
like what?
I can recount to you. I have the information written down. They said, we've had word from a trustworthy individual that the monarchy knows things are awry. You took me all the way down here to tell me what I already know? No. I've brought you down here to show you what we're going to do about it. And then the other individual says, I don't appreciate working with these kinds of people. And then the other firm says, the Thieves Guild can help us in ways upstanding members of society cannot. I'm going to send you a screenshot of that conversation.
Were they implied to be Tiamat people, or
Yes.
is that
They
okay?
were implied to be followers of Tiamat.
Mm.
This is the conversation in the chat. Gosh, all the NSFW porn I drew of Bran is still right there. I'm going to delete that so that nobody sees it on my computer.
What?
What if someone looks at my photos and it's just dicks?
Do you really think someone's going to be looking through your photos?
Okay, so the implication is that these people with the gold are followers of Tiamat, and that they're going to be working with the Thieves Guild in some capacity.
Yeah, and it looks
In Cass's, because I mean, you said that Cass and Loran are very familiar with Ironstone and very comfortable here. What do we sort of know about the Thieves Guild? Because I'm trying to not metagame, because obviously I have pre-knowledge from a previous game. So
I mean, I think Loran has more knowledge of maritime sort of smuggling, like marine smuggling.
I thought you said snuggling, and I was like, yeah,
Yeah, me too.
Piracy and that kind of thing. You're more the expert on Thieves Guild and on land sinister groups and so on.
on land, sneaks. Yes.
Yeah.
Cass has a fuck buddy in every circle.
Exactly. I think that you would know that you have a contact in the Thieves Guild called Sai, who is sort of like loosely involved and is able to get certain tidbits of information who you could contact. But then you also know that they usually have their own agenda and will either work to meet their own goals or they will work for the highest bidder.
Okay.
Let's just kill him and get it over with.
Yeah. Cass is suspicious of these individuals, but I think she's like to Loran, I think we shouldn't meet up with the others and bring these guys to them.
Okay.
But could you message them and tell them to be on a lookout for other individuals in case they're also being tailed?
And then Loran draws a very subtle hand through the air, and you know that to be him spell casting. I think he's not going to message Ulster because he's a coward. He has no guarantee that Astra is with them because Astra wasn't with them the day before. So he is going to message Sparks instead. Which is a message that goes something like this. Sparks, you're chowing down on your sandwich. And
You're like, whoa, it's Loran.
You hear Loran's voice in your head and it says, keep an eye out for tails. And then remembering Cass's response, people following you who look like
With gold glitter.
the other day. Yeah.
You right, Sparks?
Well, okay. I got a message from a certain someone
What do you mean?
saying, Loran
You got a message from Loran.
said to keep an eye out for tails, people following you, the sparkly people.
Where is he? How drunk is he?
And he didn't sound particularly inebriated, did he?
No. He would have sounded tired, but not drunk.
I'm going to snap back into my vault to see what they are.
Actually, if you're looking through the vault, you would see this person, I think, because they're looking right at them. Through maybe some hair. Some sort of like subtle.
He's in Loran's hair now.
Through Loran's hair.
And you can see Cass's. You can see that both of them are sort of like looking, or you can see that Cass is sort of kind of covertly looking behind, and that she has a pair of daggers in her hands. But like she doesn't look like she's really afraid or concerned. She actually looks quite happy.
Neat.
Ulster the Vole starts skittering.
Okay. Skittering, you say.
Yeah.
Loran just kind of like pats the vole on the head and is like, it's good. Yes. Message me if something goes wrong. All failing, we'll meet back at my shop.
Brian or to Cass.
To you, to Cass.
Okay, is the implication that they're going to split up?
Yeah.
Okay, I think Cass is going to message back and just be like, let's split up. See, it's just one person, isn't it?
Yeah. And
See who they tail. The other person comes back round and we'll corner them.
Perfect. Okay.
And then they just immediately like.
Very good. Guys, as you hear the description of the people following Loran and Cass, you have a little look around and you notice that sitting in the cafe opposite all of you, there isn't a rooftop terrace, but there is like an outside area. And you notice that there is an individual with a cloak pulled up, drinking a small cup of water, and looking at their eyes, you see a sparkle, a slight glitter under the sun.
Why are we being watched? Ulster snaps back for a second.
We're being watched? Oh, shit. I don't know. Could they have known that we went into the library and saw? Should I even be whispering this in case it's too loud?
They knew that I followed them for a little bit. So maybe we should draw them out and confront them.
They could just simply be bounty hunters. Also, I'm gonna put out there that during downtime, Astra would have like changed their hair color.
Yeah.
Probably like
that's
bright, like not like a ruby kind of like beet color.
Okay.
As in, like, dyeing their hair?
Mm-hmm. To try and essentially not look like wanted posters to some degree. Maybe styling their hair a little bit different too.
Monsters
Yeah,
Out says
even
we could split up, potentially, lead them away from us.
We'll need to have a rendezvous point if we do that.
I mean, is Moran's shop compromised?
I don't know.
Also, maybe you and I should stick together.
Does Mum's as well say that?
Yeah.
Well, you are a bit slow with the eggplant, so
You also seem like, and he says this looking awkwardly at the other two. I feel like if I had to run with an eggplant plant between my cheeks, I would need some help. And you can transform into nice big animals.
that's a fair point.
Unless Bluey wants to carry me like a princess.
Do I like that?
But then you would be able to swing your sword and I'd feel like a burden.
actually, can Boo do magics without?
You can, but things like Smite do need
A weapon.
by nature a swing of a sword, etc.
Also gets his map of the district out.
Okay. Yeah, follow your map. Pardon me, sorry.
Is there like a private garden or something like they have in those rich people suburbs in London?
Oh, you know what there is? There's the conservatory.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to create shit there.
Oh, you want to find like a horty place?
No, he wants to go somewhere to potentially head off the people pursuing them.
Yeah. But you want to go somewhere you don't care about.
Yeah.
So no plants involved.
Yeah, so like a really artificial, private, snobby garden.
Yeah. Let me have a look.
He can regrow.
Understood.
Somewhere that they've decided to take out the real grass and put in fake grass
Oh, you
because they
bet.
think that that's better.
Because they don't need to mow that as often.
As an astroturf.
As an astroturf?
No. I'm just trying to think if there is somewhere like that.
Slash any large empty buildings that we would have seen.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I think what you would have been able to see is on the way to the richer part of the city. There is a like walled garden, which is like reserved for the use of like it's like a scholar's garden.
Okay.
So it's quite like a quaint yet inaccessible place.
The product of capitalism.
Indeed, precisely.
Ulster marks it on the map.
And it's quite poignant because it is literally right next to a like genuine like farmer's village.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Ulster will mark that on the map.
Okay.
Well, Cass and Loran have split up. My familiar's with Loran. We should go. How many people are at the lunch? 4.
Yeah.
We should go in groups of 2. I don't mind who I go with. Does anyone have a preference apart from Mums Westfeld, who has a preference for me?
Well, don't phrase it like that. It sounds like you've got a crush on you.
No
That's not what I said, though.
offense to Mumsfeld, but if it comes to a chase, I will not be able to carry you. So.
And Bluey needs. Okay, then I'll go with Mums Westfeld. You two go together. We'll meet. I'll try and get my Vol to get Loran's attention so that he can message so we can let him know the plan and he can let Cass know the plan. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay.
So we're eventually meeting at the garden.
Yes. And we're going to head these people off and confront them. If it comes to a fight, it's better than being out here.
Yeah, we don't want to disturb the patrons who are just here getting
Just sipping their blood.
Well,
You look over at the cafe again to keep an eye on the guy, and you see that he has been joined by one other clothed individual in the time you've been having this conversation.
Will lean against Astra to make it look like he's just having like a little snuggle, but in reality he snaps back into the vol and he'll try and get Loran's attention.
Okay, so
In their usual form of communication, he taps his temple. Like, message me! You coward!
he messages you immediately.
We're meeting at... What's the name of the garden?
The
Fakeatorium.
The Fakeatorium. We're meeting at the Fakeatorium. We'll head them off. And if it comes to a fight, there'll be less people around.
Understood. Okay.
Message Cass. Let her know.
Everybody, can you please roll me initiative?
Da da da.
Damn! Also did good. No. 21.
22.
Okay. So, 25 to 20, please.
Me.
20 to 15.
me 15.
And me. 17.
Oh.
Amazing.
We on it.
Nice. After which we get Mom's Veld.
The egg really hinders. Eggplant, sorry.
Okay. As you guys get up and you slowly sort of move down, you... Oopsie. Sorry, I'm on Siri's been recording everything I've been saying.
Siri's listening.
She's always listening.
So, you guys get up from your table and make your way downstairs. You peek out the door and you notice that the two pursuers are still seated in the cafe opposite. After a moment, and with Mom's Azard flinging a couple of silver on the table for the patron, you are able to slip out. Would you like to go out the front entrance, or would you like to try and find another exit?
Shall we split up and go at different entrances?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Is there a back entrance that's like close to where all the blood drinkers are?
There is a sunless entrance.
I'm happy to go out there with Mum's as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Then Ulster and Mum's as well will go out the front.
Okay. Ulster and Mum's Azard, you guys go out the front, and it doesn't escape your notice that when you do, one of the individuals kind of like glances in your way.
Okay.
Sparks, Astra, you guys make your way towards the sunless exit and you have to push your way through a crowd of bloodsuckers in order to do so. It's a little bit disconcerting, but none of them blink an eye.
Like, howdy, good day.
Sorry.
Howdy, how are you?
Good day to you.
You hear the patron behind you go, "Didn't even leave a tip," and just throw your money into the till. And then you hear doorbell
Wait,
ring.
he did. Mumsfeld didn't leave a tip?
Yeah.
Astra goes back to leave a tip.
Astra's like, no, and goes back.
Astra, you go back to leave a tip, at which point you hear the bell above the door chime as somebody enters the cafe.
Ding
It's
ding,
somebody
bitch.
at the door.
Looking back, you see that it is one of the hooded individuals. Now, Cass, you pair off in one direction, Loran in another. And when you do so, you manage to wind your way through a few alleyways, sort of like trying to shake the tail. But you notice you are being pursued. Whether Loran is also being pursued by another you have not seen, they've at least definitely chosen you. Okay.
Cass grins to herself and starts flipping the daggers. Like, oh yeah, baby! Time to
Cass,
kill
you are
somebody.
first in the initiative order. We are doing this as a chase. Okay. So you have options here. You can either use the dash action to try and flee. And if you are able to make a success, you will create a gap, which means that the other person will have to roll a perception check to see you. Okay. If you roll below the DC, then you are a fair distance away, but you will still be in the line of sight of the individual. You can only roll to escape their line of sight if you dash. You can also do something else. That can be a skill or an action, but you only get to do one thing. So, what do you want to do?
Have I been messaged by Loran yet to tell me that we're meeting at the Fakeatorium?
Yes, you have.
I have. Okay, so I know we're all planning to convene there. Interesting. I'm just having a. Let me think. Cass is like, I kind of want to go and convene there, but I also really want to just attack this dude right now.
What's your what is your movement? Is it 30 feet?
As a dwarf, I'm pretty sure it's 25. Yeah, it's 25.
Okay.
I got short little legs.
Little legs. Okay.
We're level 3, aren't we?
I believe so. Just babies.
Just babies.
I had such a weird dream last night. Anyway, Cass.
Where am I? Am I around other people?
I think you're in a slightly secluded alleyway leading towards one of the seedier parts of the city.
Okay.
It's not uncommon for fights to break out in places like this.
No, it's fine. We said we'd all meet together. But she kind of does want to kill him. But it's fine. She's going to dash.
Okay, you dash. Perfect. Can you please roll me a d20? And what you're going to add to this is your dexterity, but then you're going to -4.
Okay. There's a 3 on the dice, so technically
Minus.
it's a minus. So it's 2.
It's 2. Okay.
Because it's plus my dex, which is +3, and then -4.
Right.
So you've got a -1. That's what you have to add to each of
Well, wait. No, actually, it's add my dex, which makes it 6, and then yes, it's 2. It's 2. It's right.
Cool. So with that, okay, I'm gonna roll anyway because I have to. You rush through, kind of weaving in between people, trying to shake this guy, but you still see them when you look back. Their head just peeking out above the crowds, and they are slowly following you. And you notice that as you pick up the pace, as do they.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next up in the order is Ulster.
Yeah, I need to step on. Arrange the scenery for me.
Also, you and Momsa's found are walking down one of the busiest main roads. This strip leads towards the bazaar. There are plentiful people here, loads of different establishments, and it's actually quite hard to see your pursuer through these crowds, especially on a day like this where it's quite lovely weather.
Okay.
What do you do?
The first thing I would like to do is to turn to Mumsesfeld,
Yeah.
who said that he was a bit worried about getting left behind. And I'm going to use my second level spell slot to cast Long Strider on both of us.
Okay, perfect. Tell me about that.
So basically it increases our speed by 10 feet for the duration.
Brilliant. Oh, that's even better. So what that means is you guys can both add +8 to your dash actions. So are you going to try and dash?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to, for the sake of this, have you guys act as a team.
Mhm.
So you'll be rolling at the same time, even though he will technically be moving ever so slightly after you. Okay. What did you roll?
Hold on, I was just writing. So how do I do this again? I roll
Roll a d20.
Yeah.
You add an 8,
Yeah.
and then you add your dex.
Hold on. 15.
15, okay. Momzazel got a 22, so as you're dashing, you're kind of getting trampled slightly in the crowds. Momzazel takes your hand, winds it in his, and pulls you through. And actually, for someone who was worried about potentially falling behind, he is very sure-footed, and is able to move with ease through this crowd, unexpectedly so. And
so dexterous, maybe you're a ballet dancer.
And as you look back, the follower picks up pace and looks around, and you realise that they cannot see you. Astra, you and Sparks are still in the cafe, and you move towards the sunless exit. But in a confined space like this, you notice the person pursuing you is very close. So, what are you going to do? You guys can act roughly around the same time because you're right after the other. So if you want to confer, you can.
Okay, I was about to ask. Yeah.
Okay.
Sparks.
If
we're looking to meet them there, do we want to just try and talk to them and walk there with them? We can at least determine whether or not it's an ambush or a conversation.
Oh my God, this is gonna go badly.
Hold on, I might just take a moment. Is the pursuer within line of sight, within 60 feet?
Yes.
Sparks is going to do another divine sense and going to see if they are undead, if they're celestial, fiend. Yeah, and also just everyone else around them is undead. You know, that's fine. But like,
you kind of hold onto the hilt of your sword and you focus for a moment, and you feel your magic kind of like amplifying out of you. And as you do your divine sense, you notice they are not undead. And none of the things you've described above. A regular guy, it seems.
normal humanoid flavoring. All right. Yeah. What would you like to try?
Well, let's get out into an alleyway so we don't make a fuss in here. And,
Okay, fair enough. Yep.
Okay. So you guys head out. I'm going to have you make then a dash. So exactly the same as the others. Depending on your movement speed, you either add a +4, +8, -4, or -8. So what is your speed, Bluey?
30.
30, you just add a +4.
and same.
I'll be
Oh, actually, no, you don't add a +4. Sorry. You add your dexterity. And then, Astra, what do you have?
The exact same, 30 feet.
Okay, then you just add your dexterity. 10. Okay.
And 7.
7. Okay, you guys kind of like stumble over each other, trying to get out. There's like a lot of people like gathered around this entrance. This is like the equivalent of a nightclub for the undead because it's during the day. Oh my fucking god!
That
They're
rave.
upside down bats dancing. They're like,
Oh my god, I love that. I love that
Yeah, me
so
too.
much.
I have a
They look
thought.
like-
Rather than like trying to like stumble, it's like them taking like the time to be like, oh, excuse me, sorry, pardon me,
Sorry,
like just
excuse me,
moving so slowly through this mess so that they don't.
Okay, well, you know what's funny is that the person pursuing you is matching your energy and they're going like, excuse me, sorry, excuse me, as they also really slowly leave this place. Amazing. Okay, so
We're going through the hit entrance naturally.
yeah, you guys don't know what happens with Loran.
Who does know?
Okay. At which point, Cass, the person who is pursuing you, picks their way forward and you feel them right up behind you, and as they come close, just about to bridge the gap, you feel them about to hold onto your arm, about to like take your hand. And I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Never let them take you to a second location.
No.
You'll be okay.
Oh,
See,
okay,
it's
that
okay.
one is much better. 21. No. Yeah, 21.
Let me just have a look, see, yeah. Hang on a moment, sorry. I did mess up this one.
You messed up.
No, I didn't. Never mind. Okay, you feel a bit of metal scrape over your wrist, but you manage to flick your hand away. And looking back down, you see shackles. Like a shackle just kind of like slipping out of their sleeve, and it looked like they were trying to bind you.
Cass is like, you naughty.
I did
Not in
not
the way
do
you
like
like.
In that case, can I take a... Can I... Oh, no,
Not your
it's not
turn
my
just
time,
yet.
is it? No.
Yeah, you got. You will be in a couple of turns. Okay. Next up, Ulster. You are successfully able to lose sight of the person following you. However, they are still in your general direction, looking for you, and you still have eyes on them.
Mm. Can I try cast another spell?
It's not your turn yet.
Oh, shit.
This is their turn.
Ah, okay.
And then finally, Sparks and Astra, as you're kind of like slowly moving towards the exit, they just kind of tap you on the shoulder and they're like, stop. Don't move. Come with me.
Stop.
But we'd have to move to come with you.
Oh!
Astra snaps like, oh.
Really quickly, I'm going to pop to Blue and then we will start the round again.
You should keep it on the baby.
The Beppis.
The Beppis. No, Beppis. I need to go give them a kiss.
Very
We'll
good.
pause it in that case.
Let's play.
So that's right.
Let's play the
Just know that
dungeon
you
game.
can't
Way to
me.
go.
I'm on a bit of a fuck at the moment. I might get a fuck. I'm gonna get fuck. I'm gonna get fuck.
You're on a what, sorry?
I'm gonna get a fuck.
Fur?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I was saying it with a fuck. I'm gonna get a fuck. Oh.
Aww.
Hmm?
I just think it's so freaking cute that this 14-year-old was worked on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
He made a Lego version of the trailer.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so as you guys
It's my go.
run away, Cass, it's your go. We're at the top of the round. This person has just tried to shackle you, but failed.
Well. Well.
You
That
could
is
have just
not.
asked.
You could have just asked. What
That
about
was
taking
not
a girl out for a
consensual.
drink? Cass is going to, as she sort of ducks out from under the cuffs, she's going to turn around and sort of punch them in the stomach and cast Firebolt as she does it.
Okay, right. For Firebolt, is it a con save or is it a dexterity save?
No, it's. I need to make a.
Okay,
attack.
gotcha.
Oh, nat 20!
Okay.
Nat 20.
You might just kill them.
I didn't even find out what I wanted.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say non-legally.
lethal, right? Oh,
Nah,
okay.
that's not Cass's jam. It's
Okay.
lethal. That's. So do I double the damage? So do I roll the d10 and then double it, or do I?
Yeah. So roll the d10,
All
double
right.
it, and then add any additions.
Yeah, I don't think this one has additions, so it's not that much. Got a 4, so 8.
Okay. 8. You actually look like you half their life force. Like,
Oh my god.
and their clothes. Do objects catch fire with Fireball?
Unless it's been worn. So I don't think their clothes catch
Then
fire.
they're okay.
And there wouldn't be anything else in the vicinity because she literally punched it into his stomach. So
Gotcha. You punch him
their
in the
stomach.
stomach and he is cooking. He smells real good.
You're like, ooh.
delicious.
Right. Next up in the order, Ulster and Mom's Valve. You've almost shaken this guy.
Okay. Can I still see him?
Yes, you can.
Can I try and cast Hold Person?
You can, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, aim, fire.
Boom. And it's wisdom.
Terrible, sorry.
Bless you.
How's a
I think.
13?
Was that a sneeze?
Beats it.
Beats it.
Wait,
They
who-
feel
who-
magic kind of wash over them and they manage to shake it off. Right. Mom's Valve says, come on, let's keep going. I don't think they can see us right now.
Alright, I will continue then.
Okay. Mom's Valve is going to use his action to assist you in hiding. Which is something that he's actually not very good at the moment, apparently. He ducks behind a barrel and puts hands over his head, and he's super obvious.
No, let's keep going for a bit. But also pulls Mom's Valve on.
Okay. Astra and Sparks. This person's just tapped you on the shoulder.
Hello.
What do you do?
It's a bit crowded in here. Should we step out?
I could do with some fresh air.
Zingers! And you guys see them pursuer just look a bit confused. And then yeah. Okay. Loran does something.
Lauren does something.
You don't know what it is. You can't.
We don't have access to the Loran cam currently.
No. The Thieves Guild member. Oh shit.
Whoops.
The anonymous pursuer, who you don't know who they are.
The who?
Don't worry. Cass, after you punch him, they pull out a dagger, flip it so that the hilt, not the blade, is pointed to you, and they attack you. Non-lethal damage. So that would be an 18.
Yeah, that does hit.
Okay. A 4 in terms of damage.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to use then their bonus action to disengage and not prompt an opportunity attack.
So they're rogue.
And they are going to dash ahead of you in the direction you were running. And they're not dashing, but they're going to run ahead. using all of their movement to put some space in between you and them.
Okay. We'll see how long that goes for, Mr. Man. You tried to get me. I'm gonna get you, you little shit.
I'm gonna get you.
Okay.
You don't know who you're messing with.
No.
I kill people for fun.
Good.
It's my favourite
The
hobby.
skilled person pursuing you, Ulster, having lost sight of you, is going to make a perception check. And that is an 18 on the dice.
Can we hide?
No, that's an action.
Oh.
They're not particularly good at perception, but with an 18, I think that you guys...
It's the white hair, isn't it?
It's the white hair, it's the fact that moms as well just crouch down and put their hands over their head. And they start coming towards you. They don't do anything except approach. And then the guy pursuing Sparks and Astra is like, excuse me, pushing people aside and just like walks out. With
So chill.
Guys. It's so chill. Cass, it's your turn again.
Running,
My turn,
fighting,
yeah.
talking.
Okay. From beneath the ground where the guy is running, a massive hand rises and grabs him. Can you make a strength saving throw, please?
Strength saving throw.
Yeah.
Oof, okay. Oof. 13.
Nope.
14.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So 2d6 bludgeoning damage. Might kill him before I stop him, but we'll see. Oh no, only 2. It's fine. He's not dead.
Okay.
And
He's restrained. This hand like squeezes them, and you hear like "Ah!" and like a click and a crack as their ribs kind of like crack. And when it lets
when
go, they
Cass
look
is
like
like,
they're bloody.
the hand goes like, and then it's like, so still he's still restrained. And then Cass is going to saunter up to him, and is going to. Now that they've restrained, would I still be allowed to sort of try and tie him up through that, or not? Yeah.
I will allow it because they are no longer. I think with this amount of damage, it's a bad idea to resist.
Like,
So I think this is going to be them saying, "I don't want to die. Please, for the love of God, just do something else to me." Anything
Oh, nice. My turn. Cass pulls out a pair of restraints, but these are not the fun ones. These are like the proper ones.
they could be fun, but they're not today.
They could be fun. And she's going to restrain him. But she's also, because she's getting the vibe that he can probably escape quite well. So she's going to pat him down and try and take off any sort of weapons, any things that he can pick locks with, anything like that, and just sort of take. She's essentially looting him and also taking anything he can escape or hurt her with.
Okay, well, then we'll get to that in the next round. I'll tell you what you find. Ulster, Momsesveld.
Yeah.
You've been spotted.
We're running.
You're running. Okay, you're going to dash?
Yeah.
Okay, make me a dash. You're going to make me a dash check, so you're going to do the same thing as before, but you add 8 and your dex.
18.
Okay, 8. Oh, also 18 plus
Nice.
8, 26.
Oh.
Well, either way, you guys are running. They're going to make a perception check.
Also, it's like a flag being pulled.
You just hear from behind, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" as they come outside of you again. Sparks and Astra, you guys make it outside, and you stand awkwardly like you're at a party where you know like a mutual person, but you don't know each other. And they're like,
Hey.
"This is my first time."
So we're going to the Fakeatorium. This can either be a trap for you or a conversation.
Oh no, we're not going there because I need you to come with me.
And where do you want us to go?
I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say. My boss didn't really give me specific instructions, so like.
My name's Sai. It's good to meet you.
Well, it's
Oh,
nice
shit.
to meet you.
He hits himself in the face. Why did I do that? Wait, what are your names? No, I know your names. I know everything. I know you guys.
I know everything, actually.
I'm sure you do. We're going to the Facatorium, and you
No, but I
willingly
don't.
or
No.
as a prisoner.
No.
Up to
listen,
you.
listen.
So,
I'm not
Pretty
really providing you
please?
with an option.
No, but I'm not providing you with an option. He pulls out a knife.
and Sparks would pull out a massive sword.
Larry pulls out a sword. He's like, ah.
Facatorium it is. Just walks
Also.
with you. Great.
Great. Nice to meet you, Sai.
Yes, indeed.
Good, yeah. I'm definitely not going to become an enemy of yours later on.
Insufferable enemy.
We gotta not worry so much about the future in if it takes
Yeah.
the fun away from the present.
Live in the moment, you know?
Yep.
Live in the moment. Right now, we're kind of like frenemies. In the
Yeah.
future, we may be enemies, but let's keep it fun for now.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
for now.
Cass, it is your go.
It's my go again. Oh god, we're going through the rounds really fast. Okay, Cass is what do I find? What do I take from him?
Okay, you take a pair of shackles, which are just iron shackles. You get 3 daggers, 1 potion of healing, just a standard one.
Nice.
Lowest below. I am going to just change up the music because I think we're going into a slightly different energy at the moment. Not a fucking ad.
It's not the vibe.
It's not the vibe.
Okay. So, you find shackles, daggers, everything I said before. Too loud.
That's real spooky music.
Yeah, this is also too spooky.
Why can't I? It's like it's only coming up with like greater, superior, and supreme healing potion, but it's not. It's not
Potion
greater,
of
is
healing.
it?
Potion of healing is what you should type in.
Yeah, but it's not coming up. Hang on. Let's try a different potion.
So I know this is not what you're doing, but I love the idea that you're like, oh my god, it's only coming with greater. Should I add a greater healing potion? I suppose I must.
I could do that.
It's okay. So you find those. You also find a note written in thieves' cant, which is usually a language that is not written down. So you get the impression this is a pretty incompetent individual. Regardless, you find as well
My food's on the way.
a personal effect in the form of a small drawstring bag that's worn around their neck. And in this bag, you find a capsule with a white powder inside.
Oh.
And you find what appears to be a holy symbol of a sort of like side-on, like reptilian figure with 2 extra heads on top of it.
Okay, and I know this to be Tiamat symbol,
Yeah.
right? Okay, cool. Okay, Cass is going to pocket it all and be like, "Thank you for that." Now, shall we take a walk? I've got some friends.
I don't think I can walk.
Oh, come on, you're not that bad. I didn't.
He's like 2 HP.
You're by the hair.
Cass is like, well, you know what? If we get you where you're supposed to go, and if there isn't more of your friends that try to kidnap me, then maybe I'll give you the potion of healing that I took from you because I have much better ones already. So, but shall we try and walk? Here, Cass like, I think pulls from her like, I'm sure there's a stick on the ground. She picks up a stick and hands
Picks
it
up a
to him.
stick and gives it to them.
But he's like, he is also he's manicured, so he can't actually. He's like, oh. And she's like, yeah. She's like, I will assist you. But actually, Cass is going to make it. She's going to put a cloak around him and tuck it round, so he just kind of looks like someone who's a bit old, and that she's assisting him, because she does know that although they're going in a dodgy place and it's Ironstone, if anyone from the guard was to see her like taking a bleeding, limping person around, they'd probably stop her. So she's not interested in that. Right, off we go.
Can you make me a persuasion check with advantage for them to go along with this plan?
Yeah. Well, I can either do that or I can intimidate them to do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do it.
what? Okay, guys, this is quite funny. I'm gonna have to take a picture of this. Right. Okay. So I had two choices for this. I think there's a very clear winner.
Do-ba-doo-be-doo-be-doo.
Do-ba-doo. I want to see.
I wanna see my
has it
little
said
boy.
yet? Come on, why is my internet so terrible? I'll go onto my data.
There he is.
There we go. I will be taking.
I love it.
I'll be taking the nat 20s. That's 24 persuasion.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. They go like, yep, great idea, and start like hobbling along beside you.
What's your name?
Nah, I can't.
What is your name?
What's your temporary name, at least?
I can. Do you want me to roll intimidation to get their name?
Sure.
God, I can't believe this is another nat 20.
Nat 20
Jesus.
What the fuck?
Okay.
This is crazy. So that's 26 for intimidation.
Okay, give me a moment.
And she also says like, and don't give me some fake shit.
Josh
Oh, no.
Cakebread. That's a real name, by the way.
What is?
It's a
What did you
baseball
say?
player. Josh Cakebread.
Josh Cakebread.
What's
Fun
your name?
name.
Josh Cake.
Cakebread.
He says, my name is Owen.
Owen. Nice to meet you, Owen. Let's get going, shall we? And she's like, he's probably getting a bit of whiplash because she just went from like very persuasive and quite nice, a bit threatening, to like terrifying, to back being like, she would happily kill him and put him in a dumpster.
Come on, Owen.
It's definitely the vibe she's getting.
Lovely.
He's getting good.
So, yeah, Owen spelled Owen, and after some prodding, he would probably tell you his last name is Jessup, Jessop. Owen Jessup.
Owen Jessup. Thank you, Jessup.
And so, Ulster, we come back to you and to Momsesvald. Momsesvald, looking back, says to you, I don't think he's going to give up.
What do you suggest then?
Hiding.
Okay, where are we going to hide? They say as they walk.
He looks around and he says, maybe it was fate after all. And you look over your shoulder, Ulster, and you see a sign which has clearly been like kind of there for a while, which is interesting because you didn't notice it when you were walking through the bazaar around the other day. And it's quite
not the
fake to
fucking
English.
fortune tellers. Absolutely not.
And it says, Madam Ava's,
We don't really have a choice.
Madam Ava's divinery.
Go to the Fakeatorium. Don't be hiding in a place that Cass has already said that she's suspicious of.
Ulster is like,
I have an appointment after all. They can't keep me away.
5 minutes. We wait for them to pass, and then we go out.
You go down the alleyway. It's a cobbled street. It's quite quiet. The closer you get to, the deeper, you get into the alleyway, the more the sounds of the street seem to completely fade away.
Ulster does have a dagger inside his sleeve, I think, because he's prepared to be attacked by these people following them.
Momsesvald says, smart, actually.
Is this not Momsesvald?
Monster says, smart, actually. I have one too. Also, you notice his gait looks like he's not holding an eggplant between his teeth.
No! What have you done?
You've abandoned your duties.
At the end of the street, you see a old building. It looks a bit like a curiosity shop, and it's got like a rounded glass alcove window with like those very small square panes. Each of the glass panes is a different color of dark, kind of like reds, purples, greens, and blues. And the front door is painted in like a mahogany, like not mahogany, a maroon, almost like dark purple. And there are red and gold streamers kind of like coming down in front of it, and tied to each of them are little trinkets, bells, buttons, and other things similar to that. And there is a brass hand knocker attached to the front of the door.
Also, it's just going to check if it's open, I think.
You peek in, and when you peek, there's a sort of like glass pane through the window which you can look through, very small. And when you peek in, you see an eye looking back at you.
Oh, a real one?
Real one, yeah, it's a person.
I was like, can we come in?
The door kind of creaks open, and you see an old woman who's very beautiful, with grey hair which kind of sweeps down her back, and it's held in like a hairnet.
My food is almost here.
A hairnet. She's got a kind of a golden hat which is embroidered with all of these like tiny, very delicate threads. And you see there are almost bits of like glass mirrors, sort of in each kind of like in each kind of like round of embroidery, held in place just by the threads.
Pause for 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay. It's like a beret, but like a more poofy beret. I don't know how to describe it. Like a medieval kind of minstrel would wear that kind of like poofy baker boy hat style thing with like a feather on it.
I love that with the addition
I'm
of
not
like
gonna
the
know
lighted
exactly what I'm
mirrors
talking
and
about,
super
I'm not
clear.
thinking. Hang on. Medieval. Yes, this is it. This is exactly what I mean.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Yeah. But it's got lots of fun shapes and things. Embroidery and such. Lily's just ordered some lunch. I'm so hungry.
Mhm.
Should we pause for lunch or?
No, it's okay. Because I want to make
No,
something
we'll have-
after.
Yeah, we'll have lunch after.
Yeah. Doobie-dee. Doobie-dee. One of them's thrown up in the front room. Oh,
Oh no.
are you gonna eat now? No. Okay. One of the cats threw up in the front room. Sigh.
Mm.
2 big hairballs.
Great.
It probably does. And it's got flowers in it as well. So it probably
Definitely has.
Oh, Baz, you little cretin, you.
Sorry, are you waiting for me?
Yeah.
Only 1 sec. Talk amongst yourselves, please.
Hey guys, how you doing?
La la la. Chat, chat,
My
chat.
mum shared my Japanese commercial.
Commercial?
The commercial I was in.
Oh my
Remember?
god, I want to see it. After.
I don't remember.
Look on my. I'll send it to you guys.
Were you about to say Instagram? Because I now have Instagram.
No, Facebook it was on.
Facebook. Okay.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, goodness me. Rightio. I just saw that come up and I was like, oh my. So, this woman looks at you and what's happened? Why can't I hear myself? Not anymore. Okay, cool. This woman looks you up and down and says, I was expecting you. Come in.
Okay, also we'll usher Mumsfeld inside, shut the door, and just peer to make sure that the other person's going past.
She looks to be a half elf, in her late 50s, maybe.
So middle-aged, not old.
Yeah, middle-aged. And she has like fine lines around her eyes and mouth, and a few sunspots around her cheeks, as well as a sort of like light glitter on her under eyes. What?
The glitter?
No, not, sorry. It's not the same kind of glitter.
It's not the same glitter.
Sorry. It's more of like a magical fantasy glitter rather than like gold.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, don't worry, they won't find you here. You can stay as long as you like.
We'll only stay for 5 minutes, but thank you for your room.
And Madam Ava nods and she says, well, seeing as you're here, I believe you have an appointment. Mumsfeld nods.
We don't really have time for that. Well, you can stay if you want, Mumsfeld, but
She shakes her head and says, no, there is time. I promise. Sit. And she ushers you over to a pillow.
right. Also sits down. Well, if you can do a reading in 5 minutes, that will be amazing.
I can. She sits down opposite you and pulls out a deck of cards. And she says, pick up to 3.
Also looks at Mumsfeld because this is Mumsfeld's reading.
And Mumsfeld picks out 3. And she looks over them and she says, I see you've come here to have your mind re-established. Though I do believe you are present. You are sound. Tell me, why is it you do not know who you are? And you see Mumsfeld kind of think for a moment and just say, I believe that I was attacked and targeted. And that whatever reason it is that I do not know myself has to do with some other nefarious meddling. And she smiles and she says, well, we've got the 7 of Wisdom. This is from the D&D deck that Lily got me. She says, you need to look into your heart and seek out places of learning and wisdom, official institutions to find out more about who you are. If someone were to recognize you, I do believe they would be able to lead you in the right path. And Mumsfeld leans forward and says, so I'm someone people should know. And she smiles and she says, well, perhaps the right people. But seems you have another parallel reading here. Whilst these 2 cards appear to be perfectly suited to what I know about you and I can tell about you, this one seems to be as if it was designed for another individual altogether. How peculiar. And she points at the other card and she says, for example, look here. The 4 of Strength. Seeking out others to help you in your quest. Important. Both of these seem to suggest that you are in fact looking for identity, but this third card do you want me to talk about it with company? Or would you like me to tell you alone? At which point Momsazal frowns. Tell me. I need to know. And she says,
to know.
No.
you have a secret. Don't you? And he says, I'm keeping an eggplant up my ass.
We all have secrets, don't we, darling?
That's
Very
no
deep.
secret.
That ain't no secret. I can see how you're walking.
Oh God. So strange. This is so strange. Oh. We have fun here.
We do, she says to him, it's not now. In fact, it won't be for a while, but I do believe they'll become a turning point in your destiny. A time where you will have to embrace who you are in order to help all of those around you.
You have a destiny, Mumsasfeld.
Perhaps I'm a long lost king.
No.
No. Yeah, no. I don't think so. How about you? Your turn.
Also puts down the tea that he took takeaway from the cafe. Sure. Why not? That didn't take too long.
Okay, you ready?
I'm gonna pull a tarot card, guys.
3.
Yeah.
Can you spread them out?
On the floor.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for that one.
Oh, cool. Well, so, that one? This one?
Yeah.
And you also got the Wheel of Fortune.
Did I get all major arcana?
No.
No.
Bless you.
He asks you, what is it you would like to know about
You.
your journey?
He kind of sips his tea. He doesn't really want to go into anything too deep with this lady. Will I get a boyfriend?
Will I get a boyfriend?
Will I get a boyfriend?
She's like a little taken aback, and then she's like, huh, well, from the card you picked first, this is the world. It seems like at the moment you're coming to a place of completion. Perhaps that's to represent a past affiliation or crush which you no longer feel tied to. The second one you pulled was the Wheel of Fortune. At which point she says, you're going to be presented with a turning point, and your ability to adapt and change will be very important at this point in your destiny, in your path. And then she says, this is going to be hard for you, I know. But you need to think really, really hard about what the other person says and discern meaning.
Right.
Use the powers of your intellect to help guide your heart, and that is in the King of Intelligence.
Oh. I will do that. Thanks. We should probably get going now, though.
Okay.
Well, it was good to meet you both. I hope that was fruitful. Do come back. She looks at Mums as well. I think that you and I may have more work to do together. And then, as Mums as well walks out the door, she catches your arm, Ulster, and she leans in. And she passes you. Okay. This card. And to pull out.
Oh my god!
It's the lovers.
Ah,
That's lucky.
And they're
Nice.
gay.
And they're gay. Oh. She says, keep that. And Ulster. Be wary. An old friend may not be a friend still.
I wonder what that could mean.
Cinderella
Right.
It does give Sorella ass vibes, doesn't it?
I really appreciate the card. I'll keep that. Thanks.
This fortune teller is giving Cinderella ass vibes.
Yeah, I love it. Yoo-hoo. Sparks and
I miss Cinderella.
the two of you make your way. Connection card.
What?
No, you can keep it. Do you want to put it in your little tarot card holder?
Yeah.
I'm not going to put the rest away. What? Dash mine. You guys walk quite calmly with this guy down towards the fakeatorium, and as you go, they're kind of just like, you know, I do have to, you know, act like I'm escorting you. Also, you can't know my name, so please don't call me by my name.
Very
Don't
well,
call me by my
Sai. So how is
Oh
your
my
day
fucking
going?
god.
And
No, it's all right actually. Oh shit.
Look, we had sort of, I guess, different plans that we envisaged for ourselves today. We thought of having a bit of a relaxing one. It's
No.
I guess we're interested as to what you're doing here.
and what you want with us.
Just you, right? No one else?
Okay, cool. Right, so let's talk when we get to the Fakeatorium. The fake.
Oh, you're worried you're going to get in trouble with your superiors?
Nah.
So I work for. Make a persuasion check.
Both of us?
With advantage because he's shit.
With advantage because he's shit.
Do we both persuade or just Astra?
Okay. You can roll one each and do the higher.
All right. 14.
Okay. Astra?
That's a natural 20. Apparently Astra's just not having it.
Okay, for sure. For sure.
Wow.
So that's a
Guys, like, kind of
26.
swearing up behind him. He's like, right, okay, so, okay, let me explain. I work for the Thieves Guild, but I work for a subsection of the Thieves Guild within the Thieves Guild, which is trying to low-key
The Thieves
against
Guild.
the Thieves Guild. And so, actually, although
Sorry,
I am
trying to
part of this
low-key what?
mission- Let me start again. My name is Sai. Never mind.
Yes, Sai.
The Thieves Guild has thrown in their lot with Tiamat. Isn't really for me. I'm not really a Tiamat kind of guy. I've got another patron who's real cool, who lets me do my own thing, who's given me lots of power and magic and stuff.
Is this an MLM?
But ostensibly, I still have a contract with the Thieves Guild, and if I cut ties, they cut my throat. So I'm here doing what they want me to do, but I'm secretly plotting against them.
And now you've just told
I
us
already-
everything.
I have a connection that I tell everything to already. Her name is Cass.
Yeah, so actually, I'm already connected to someone in your group.
Okay,
House?
this is good. This is
Yeah,
good.
and she can vouch for me. She can tell you everything I'm saying is true.
I
I've
really
been
hope she
talking to
can.
her- What?
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 Cool. So if you just take it to Cass, she'll explain everything, and you guys can stop looking at me like you're gonna stab me.
Well,
Especially you. He points at Astra.
Yeah,
You
Astro's
know,
just like
it's
these
not
like
just
bright
like it's
eyes
all
behind this
bright.
cloak or underneath a cloak, you know. So extra spooky because it's daytime.
I'm gonna hide behind, and he hides behind Sparks.
I think she rather annoyingly. I don't know how tall he is, but presumably not as tall as. Taller than me?
No, shorter than you.
Oh, okay, good.
Sorry,
She's going to rest her like elbow on his shoulder as they walk along.
Okay.
that was Wi-Fi hated us.
Thanks for that.
So there's like 4 other people here. There's 4 other people here. We basically had almost enough to tail all of you guys, except for like not enough people because not enough people volunteered, and we're kind of short-staffed at the moment.
Short-staffed. A bunch of you don't happen to be going to the capital, do you?
No.
No, not us.
Hmm. What race does it look like Sai is?
I think he's a human.
Okay. I think Sparks will try saying in Draconic, so it's not just. Oh wait, who was the? It was a bunch. It was like temple people who were off in the capital, right? That's what Sparks learned from.
So actually, this is all. Okay, look, I'm going to tell you everything because I've already started telling you, so there's no point.
Excellent.
This
I'd love
is
to
not
hear.
our usual. Yeah, this is not our usual get-up. This is a bit more of a respectable kind of get-up. We do have people who work in the temple, and if we dress like this, it means we can move through official places without getting too much slack.
Okay.
We can't believe I'm telling you all this.
Why are you telling us?
What is occupying you guys in the capital?
No,
Can't do that.
No.
I have to stop somewhere.
Look, fair enough. Yeah.
You go.
Are
We
you
get
a
it,
religious
but do
man?
we care? I'll hold off until we have confirmed that you are in fact with Cass.
Fox, what are you saying?
Are you a religious man?
No. Not really.
Perhaps you should
Part of the
start.
reason why I'm doing all this, I'm not super into it. Are you?
I'll pray for you.
Okay, I think you guys make it to the Paycatorium. Cass, can I assume you're already there with like a weeping guilt individual?
Yeah, Cass is like sat
Please don't
cross-legged. She's got like an alcoholic bottle. That being said, she's still got daggers and she's keeping an eye out. The guy is like now proper bound next to her, and yeah, she's got him gagged and tied up. She's not healed him yet. She's waiting to see what everyone else's people look like before getting here.
Cass, you see Sai, one of your friends who you knew from a while back, a contact of yours in the Thieves Guild, who appears to look very guilty and is quite cautiously standing away from you, from both Astra and Blue.
Okay. Cass is going to message him and be like, let's keep your cover, all right? Because
I've already
looking at
blown it. I've already blown it.
Yeah, but then she's going to message him and be like, but you're, to be fair, I probably won't let him live. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Sai, what's up?
Oh, good, you do
Can you
know
tell
him.
him I'm clean, I'm good?
Yeah, he's all right, guys.
Look, that's why I didn't like immediately like start chasing you, because I kind of was like hoping that I would like be able to bump into Cass, and she walked off.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's fine. I've got this one. It's all good.
Oh, Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy.
It's Owen, isn't it?
Oh, it's Owen.
Yes,
Owen.
Owen Jessup. Owen, like,
The other one's Jeremy.
If Owen's not posing a threat right now, could he do with some HEALING?
Let's hold off on the healing until we see the state everyone else is in. If everyone arrives safe and sound, then maybe, because he might have some information. If anyone arrives missing or hurt, we might still need some information, but I might also kill him. So let's just hold up. I don't want to make life harder for myself by healing him and then immediately. So
Sai
let's
says,
just hold off.
Yeah, so I can tell you most of what you need to know. I'll start with, I'm not actually supposed to be on this mission. What happened was they didn't have enough volunteers, and so they looked further afield. I kind of usually thief around the north, but I've been moving steadily south because, for obvious reasons. The Sunken City wasn't rife anymore. The gauntlet was over. The tourists all left. No pickpocketing anywhere. Crazy.
It's really slow business.
Real tough.
Yeah, so I was moving down south, and then, I knew it was coming, but undead are still freaky. Yeah, I knew that was coming, by the way. Sorry I didn't tell you. I forgot.
You're definitely, yeah, Sai, I felt like you should have given me a bit of that information and heads up before.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the deal with the
It's a bit of a tough one. I don't fully know. I'm being very honest with you. I have been working on trying to, he looks over his shoulder, take back control of the Thieves Guild from people who would rather have them in Tiamat's hands. And that's been occupying most of my time. I was able to help lead a quiet mutiny of sorts up north. And I've been slowly trying to make my way down south and take out anyone who I know to be too deeply involved with the other side. At which point Owen goes, "Ooh, what the fuck?" But it's with a gag in his mouth. He's like,
Small question.
Be quiet. Sai's talking.
Yes.
What does the Church of Tiamat need with a Thieves Guild anyways? It's not your side, so it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's quite obvious, but I'll tell you anyway. Tiamat and Bahamut have shared power for a very long time. Tiamat doesn't like sharing. Bahamut doesn't really care. And so, some opportunistic followers thought that unrest, keep Bahamut busy, let Tiamat swoop in and save everyone, give them a good enough reason to take control. In the meantime, Bahamut, most of the people who follow him are taken out by the fact that there's a huge disruption up north, or distracted enough that they won't be able to come in and stop the Temple of Tiamat taking power down south.
Right. Okay. And the Thieves Guild
is in charge of making sure that goes smoothly. But I've been doing my best to make sure that's not happening because, like I said, Tiamat is not my thing.
Sorry, real talk now. Why you haven't let me know? You haven't sent me a letter.
I have executive dysfunction, Cass. Takes me ages to reply.
It's not
I
that.
thought we were mates.
No,
what's going on?
We are.
Like my rents are. Well, my dad's up north. He's been having a bit of a shit time. You've been off world. Oh, interesting. Shit just got real. What happened?
We said offline.
I went offline. Off the grid.
Well, I did want to tell you about this, but I had to make sure it was legit before I did. I have potentially found a power who could rival Tiamat and help us through all of this.
This isn't what I think it is, right? I mean, I know before I discovered my power, we were both quite into that, and we were doing some research.
It is what you think.
Actually, what am I saying? This is not Cass at the end of the season. She'd be like, oh, tell me everything. Who did you find? I know we were looking into that.
There is a deity, a lesser worshipped deity named Lan. Their entire thing is chaos for the sake of improvement. Tiamat just wants chaos for the sake of power. And if I'm sorry, Lily just went like to go and kiss the cat. If I'm being very honest, for me, the Thieves Guild thrives when there is order to push against. If Tiamat's thing is just destruction, I'm not going to be able to push against that. It's going to be chaos non-stop. There will be nothing for us to do. The world needs thieves. People like us, you know, and he kind of nudges you. In fact, and he looks around, it needs a range of people, you know, godly types, and he points towards you, Sparks. Scary types, and he looks at you, Astra.
She replies in Thieves Can't. You'll get no argument from me here.
The way I see it, I would rather be on the side of preserving the way things are now and not letting a tyrant take hold of the world. Starting with a prayer. But
And what did
it doesn't
these
mean
people want with us?
So, a fellow conservative.
oh yeah. Oh yes. I'm so conservative, I love it.
And why were you guys after us?
Couple of things. First of all, you two. He points to Sparks and to Bluey. Saw something you shouldn't
Sparks
have.
and Bluey?
Sorry, Sparks and Astra. You saw something you shouldn't have. Second of all, we have intel from I have intel from a reliable source that you are associated with a certain prince. His whole point of being in this country is to scrutinize the monarchy. And I do believe that scrutiny is not what people want right now. They're trying to keep a low profile so that they can sweep control out from underneath people's feet before they notice. That and the fact that you've teamed up with a well-known merchant who has renown, and that you yourself, Cass, as a pit fighter, have renown, your little group has not gone unnoticed. And I thought it was about time to shake them off your trail. So I volunteered for this to try and get ahead.
So
I do.
maybe you can do something about some wanted posters that are a little bit unwanted.
Problematic. I can do that for you.
Thank you.
To be honest, I need your help.
What do you need?
Cass. And please listen to me when I say this, because I'm being honest. In trying to make contact with Alan, I went down into the mines. And one thing led to another.
Had sex with Alan.
No, I didn't have sex with a man.
It's the price you pay.
There was a ritual. There is a ritual that I undertook to harness his power, and I believe that it caused some disruption. Slight quake may have contributed
You're
to. what
the
happened.
cause of the undead.
No. I'm talking about the mines collapsing. That's very different. The
Okay.
undead is not me at all.
Okay, they just happened at the same time.
This happened can I just remind you, this whole thing happened a couple of days ago. I'm really fresh. I'm fresh.
Sigh. I love that. You've always wanted power.
I know, crazy. I would just say check on your parents in case they were in the mines, because I went down, I had to go really deep into the earth to get close to the core, so there was lots of fire and brimstone and hell energy. It's a deity, it's good, don't worry. I do trust him. But anyway, I want you to do it too.
You want me to do the ritual too?
Yeah.
But Kath herself,
Come on.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've currently already got quite a bit of power, but I do want more. I need
You
to
want to get something in return.
What?
Well, for example, I got power. You could potentially get something else. What is something that you desperately want?
He can't give me that.
What if I told you he could?
How do you know what I want?
Because I know you. And because I've seen others get similar things. The whole reason I'm here is because they wanted to take you out, being a powerful group of people who could disrupt this whole thing they've got going on. I want you to disrupt this whole thing. I want to ensure that you do. You don't have to be beholden to me. You don't even have to follow what I say. You can do it in your own way. But if I'm being completely honest, there are not enough magical hands around right now, not with the whole undead thing, and there are not enough people on my side. I can help you. I can help you stop the rise of the undead. He looks at Bluey. I can help you find information and whatever knowledge you need. And Cass, I trust you. I know that if you were to undergo the same ritual I went through, you could be a valuable ally. And if you care about your friend, the prince, and his own quest, I believe that what I'm asking of you is very important.
What does your deity want? You said chaos for improvement. What does that mean?
It means essentially all you have to do is promise to worship them and bring forth chaos into this world. You already do that.
I mean,
but Tiamat and Lan are too similar. They can't both exist. And we already know what the people of Tiamat want. They want total control.
who caused the undead?
From my understanding, there is a merchant who has been providing
Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
That was Doris.
Oh,
She groans. I don't know. Can you see her head?
yeah, I can. Oh my god. I can't believe that's a dog.
Doris.
Where's her body?
From my understanding,
Oh, there.
And Melly's
said-
on the floor underneath me as well.
from my understanding, there is a merchant, someone who has been working with the Thieves Guild in order to sow discord. I believe that he is behind the undead.
What does this
I will-
merchant sell?
Poison.
Is it just? Oh,
I don't know his name. He never told us his name. We only ever spoke to him through a third party. But that person disappeared. They wore a different
Did-
face every time we saw them.
the big converted place that had a bunch of undead chained up. Was that a former? What was that a former bottling?
Yes. It felt, from my understanding, because obviously I'm not directly involved with everything, so I can only tell you 100% what I know, and the rest is speculation. This is speculation. From my understanding, they used that as a base of operations up until recently, when a certain group of individuals matching your descriptions broke out. You can understand why you might be considered problematic. Do you know Edge?
Unfortunately.
She is, if I am the head of the anti-Tiamat organization, she is the head of the opposite. She instigated this. She is in control, next only to Tiamat herself. At least in this part of her prayer. And she has been spreading this undead disease with the help of countless agents and people who work apparently with this merchant.
Cass is going to turn to Owen and pull out his gag. Have you got anything to add to this? Make it worth my while.
Make an intimidation check.
Can I have advantage?
I was going to say, can I
he's gagged?
assist for advantage?
One each.
One each. 23.
Okay.
And 19.
19. Okay, 23.
It's so intimidating.
He says, it's true. All of it. We work for Tiamat now. But we could work for you for the right price. You don't have to align with him.
I'm big into paying people into loyalty because all it takes is someone else to pay you more and you would be disloyal. That doesn't, unfortunately, gel with me. Is there anything you can add to what Sai has told us? Any other details?
What do I get in return?
You can live.
You can live.
Cass winks to everyone else.
I can tell you the next place we're going to hit.
And where's
I've
that?
only heard them speak of it. I don't know 100%. and I can tell you how we're going to get there.
Okay.
Do you know about the gauntlet?
Uh-oh.
Of course.
5 arenas. In between here and Eldrith's Watch, there's a place called the Grasses. Dozens and dozens of people are going to gather there. It'll be our biggest target.
Are they going to
What are you
be
gonna do?
on the grasses?
No, it's called the
It
Grasses
sounds like
because
it sounds like a music
grass
festival.
And what are you going to hit them with? This? Are you going to turn them into undead or unleash undead?
we need more. So we'll turn them, I think.
Uh-oh.
You cut out. Is that like they're going to turn them
We'll
into
turn them, I
undead?
think.
And why are you following Tiama? Why, like, what is in it for you?
Orders.
Maybe they're just follower.
Just follow. You're just following orders for all of this.
Yeah.
You've got no thoughts of your own.
You know, but I have loyalty. And I have
But
trust.
clearly not, because you just said that.
You could have been paid out.
Yeah.
Loyalty to coin, at least.
Fair enough.
I mean that I can. Okay, fair. Right now you're talking my language. I get it now. That's all right. Okay.
I'm loyal to the only thing that's going to put food in my mouth and in the mouth of my family.
Do you have a family?
I do.
And where are they?
None of your concern.
Are you not
Being
worried
looked
that
after and
all
well
the
cared
undead?
for, thanks to me.
Are you not worried that all the undead is gonna like them?
What makes you think they're on a prayer?
Well, you just now. Thank you.
It must suck to be working
None of
overseas
your
away from
concern.
them.
That doesn't mean they're on the mainland. They could be on a fucking boat. Sorry.
I don't like this guy. Cass is gonna message everyone essentially and just be like, he's seen that Sai is on our side. We need Sai's cover to be maintained. I think he's told us everything he wants to know. Should I just kill him? Who am I talking to? I don't include Sparks in this. I'm talking to Astra and Sparks.
Hang on. Wait, I have an idea.
Whilst you think I'm just going to talk to the loo.
Okay, she does include you in that. Fine.
I
I will include you.
What if we make it so that no one believes him
How?
if he were to? I mean, I was going to ask how well liked he is.
I think even if he throws a little bit of suspicion on,
Yeah, true.
like, that's going to be a problem. If you can give me a legitimate reason how we can keep this dude alive and let him go, I'm open. But I genuinely think that murdering him is probably the best bet. And Sai can find him and we can ingest Sai so it looks more believable. Astra?
Sparks has got an alarm spell.
Astra, like, if it seems like Cass was, like, gonna kill him, Astra would just, like, essentially shrug. Because the only other option, like, that they see is he's either gonna have to find employment elsewhere,
Which it doesn't sound like he's going to. But that's the
I
thing.
don't think he could get
Cass-
re-employed. Let's kill him.
This is...
I mean, Cass is like, she was asking him like, what's in it for him, and he's like, just following orders. And if you're following orders to that extent, are you really going to just turn your back on it?
I think he just says, "Please don't kill me. I actually do really need to support my family."
Well, is
Cass
there other
is
employment you
going-
can seek?
Sorry?
And if we let you go, what guarantee do we have that you're not just going to immediately, turn your back on us, betray us, ruin size cover? How do we know that you're going to do any of that? It would be, you have to see it from our side. It would be easier to just kill you. You're basically dead already.
Well, I mean, there is also the other point, which is to say that we can probably offer you something cleaner than you'd get from Edge.
Yeah, no, I don't want that.
I mean-
I want to live. Please.
If you want to live.
Please don't kill me.
Astra's like,
No.
looking at the rest of the group, just run.
Run?
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Fuck. He gets up and starts hobbling.
No, hang on.
Hang
Cass
on.
is like, I don't agree with this. I'm sorry, I've just got to move.
That's Astra's take on it, rather than like it being out loud for,
Whilst-
you know.
Can I just, because it's been a while, whilst you guys are doing this, can I please jump back to the others?
Please do. I was gonna
Yeah,
ask, like, when
cool.
is Brian
You guys
gonna
have a
get
thing.
there?
So, Brian.
Yeah.
Mom's is Val.
Yeah.
As you leave Madame Ava's, Mom's is Val takes your arm and just says, right. I think the coast is clear. And he's holding onto you quite tightly. And he's like, oh, Georgia, can you mute, please?
Oh, sorry. Thought I had.
Thank you. He looks around and he says, come on, I think there's a back way.
Right?
And he's holding you the whole time and he just says, did you think about their reading?
The
What it
tarot
meant?
reading.
Well, you asked a pretty easy question.
Does that bother you?
No, it doesn't.
What about your reading?
I think I know what it means. Roughly.
Well,
Didn't tell me anything about who I am, though, did it?
no, I was expecting a more crystal ball-y sort of thing, but I mean that's why I just asked a really simple question.
We can always go back. I think it was because we didn't have enough time that we didn't get the full experience.
Maybe. You seem disappointed though.
I was expecting something else.
What were you expecting
Something more.
from your reading?
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Well, maybe. Oh.
Sorry.
No, sorry, you go on.
Look. He stops.
Hmm.
Are you happy here in Ironstone?
What do you mean?
Well, this might feel like, for you, it might feel like the wrong time to ask, but for me, I think it is the right time, and you just have to trust that. Are you happy here in Ironstone? If nothing were to change and everything were to stay as it were now, and you were able to go and do whatever it is you need to do in Eldrith, return back to the Messiah, become a king.
No. I don't plan on doing that, but I don't.
What do you plan on doing?
I want to learn things. I want to explore. I want to try new foods and study new plants and talk to people who have magic that is different from my own so that I can understand it better. Maybe go to some different planes. That would be nice.
You want to be free.
I suppose you could interpret it that way, yeah. Why are you asking me that?
I don't know.
I want to break free.
I'm trying to decide what direction we should go.
Do I know where we are?
Yeah, it's quite obvious. There's like a left and a right hand turn. one of them leads you towards a slightly more busier sunlit street, and the other is a crooked kind of alleyway. It doesn't look too spooky.
Well, we should probably stay out of sight. We're still being pursued.
Yeah, I suppose.
You really are shaken up by that reading. He takes Mumsfeld like wrist and kind of pulls him along.
What's your... You asked about whether you'd get a boyfriend.
Yeah?
You have a crush on Ryan. You like him.
I like Loran. But I don't know if... I don't know if it's really something he wants to have me talk about. I kind of mostly asked it as a joke. So...
you shouldn't treat those kinds of things as jokes, you know.
You're trying to give me relationship advice?
No. I'm trying to ask after you. I want to understand you.
Why?
No, I feel like we've not spent a lot of time one-on-one without an eggplant up my ass.
Isn't that still up there?
No.
Oh.
I lied. I'm gonna just tell Cass it's a delayed birth or something.
Could have just...
I know.
Okay.
I know. I could have. I think about that all the time. Anyway.
I'm sorry your reading was not what you expected, and I will... If you want to go back another day, I could try and ask a more serious question, because I wasn't really focused, because on the account of we were using it mainly as a hidey hole.
Also, I think Loran likes you. I think you should pursue it. I just wanted to say that before I forgot and didn't get a chance to. Just...
Thank you. He said that much, and then he said a lot of other things, so I am going to let him figure out which of the other things and many things he said are things he means, and then hopefully he won't drown himself in honey again.
Cool.
You seem really unhappy. You don't like Loran, do you?
No, it's not that. I think that he's a good person.
Okay.
Stop. His ears kind of flicker. He looks over his shoulder. I think I hear someone coming. Quick, hide back here. And he pulls on your arm and pushes you into a crevice in the wall.
Good thing I'm so skinny.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And as you kind of stand there, he like just puts a finger over your lips, like shh. And you hear a click clack of heels.
Can I try and see who it is?
You peek over, and Roosevelt says, "Don't move."
Georgia, you've relocated.
I have. I do not trust Mums's Vowed, and I can't work out right now whether it's because I've so in my head not viewed him as a person and just a joke, but him having any sort of personality or depth is like weirding me out. Or if he actually is not actually Mums's Vowed, I'm like, something's whack, man. Something's wrong here.
At which point, Mom says, "Vowed." As you listen, it's like, "Don't move," and then what the stare? And he looks down at his hands, and you see there is this black kind of shadow that's pulling him back into the wall.
I'm gonna grab onto him.
And as you do, you feel like his hand just kind of slip, and you just grip through his hand. Also, I don't.
What? Hold on. Let me. Ulster is going to rack his head whilst I look at his spells. He has nothing he can do. Can I try and do Entangle to hold him in place?
Okay.
Okay, I'll try and cast Entangle over the wall to hold him.
Okay. You cast your spell forwards, and as it does, you feel the sort of nature and vegetation that you kind of create. The moment it touches that blackness, it begins to kind of rot and fester, and it manages to wrap around Momsesveld, but the moment there's any tension against it, it just breaks. And Momsesveld says, "Hide. Hide, Ulster.
What about you? What am I supposed to do?"
Take my hair."
Okay, Ulster takes a handful.
Ow!
Sorry.
Okay, right. And the black shadow kind of goes over his mouth, and he looks wide-eyed, and he just closes his eyes, and is swallowed by the wall.
Ulster
just
just
have his-
stares in shock. And then he's going to go up to the wall and just put his hand against it and try and see if there's any residual.
Ulster, do you hide?
I think he's in shock. It depends how quickly he has to hide. I think
Is someone coming?
he'll look at the wall and then he will shove the hair into his little bag holding, and he will go back into the crevice, but he is trembling. He is quite concerned for Momsesveld.
Make a stealth check.
Okay. Stealth. 12.
12. You hear a voice behind you just saying, "You all right there?" And when you look around, you see someone who you recognize.
Mhm.
A dark-haired individual with bright gold eyes. And he looks surprised and he says,
Is it?
"As I live and breathe, Ulster,
Is
why are
it?
you in a hole?
Is it who I think it is?
It's cruel. You got your wish."
Guys, hang on. My internet died. How did Karul appear?
You just walked past him.
He just walked into him.
And Momsesveld has just been vanished into a wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ulster is just shaking. He's got one hand on the wall, and he's like, but are you really here?
Have you been hit on the head?
No, but my friend was just. You're here.
I'm happy to see you too.
He's kind of frozen against the wall for a bit, and then he runs forward and he's going to hug Karul.
Okay. He puts his hands up. What's happened?
You need to help. You need to help him.
Okay, first, let go.
He lets go, but he's still like holding onto his shirt, like.
Take a deep breath. What happened?
We were just standing. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Let's have a look. And he goes up to the wall.
What are you doing here?
Can you get my card?
I did, but what are you doing here? This is.
Oh. Do you not know where this is?
No.
This is the route to the Arcane District. I told you I had business here.
Okay. I think
I just think it's quite a shock that we met. Isn't that interesting? I was going to come and call. I know that you live in the upper area of Ironstone.
I don't live there. I just Georgia. I know, same. I think
in the bed.
I think, a side note, I think the role would become very agitated if it's with Loran.
Mhm.
I don't live. I'll explain everything. Just there was some kind of shadow that pulled him into the wall.
There are many creatures like that. Also, I can't see anything strange about this wall.
I need to check on him.
Do you have anyone to help you? Friends here?
I do. There were people following us, though. I don't know if they're still. I can contact. I can contact one of them.
How about I take you to them? Where are you going?
He pulled out the map that he had. This place.
Understood? He holds out his arm. Come on.
Also, kind of uses it for support. I think
Yeah.
he's got like massive whiplash.
Also, you are, and he puts his finger down on the map here. And
Okay.
just kind of like scratches a circle around it. In case you want to come back and investigate yourself. But I assure you, there's nothing there. Nothing at all.
I'll ask. I have a friend who's. I have a couple of friends who are good at maybe tracking people down.
Right. Well. I was going to come look for you anyway. You are aware.
Yes, you were in trouble.
Part of the reason I'm taking the back Ellie's. Case of mistaken identity.
Mm.
Been a lot of mistaken identities with Talshiri lately.
What do you mean?
Mumseswald was attacked by a Talshiri. I didn't know how many of you were.
There are not that many. Can you describe them to me?
Couldn't even really. I mean, I did a sketch. He kind of feels around in his bag of holding. There, he pulls out one of his books. This one.
That? Yeah, that's Sarah Zodahane.
Yep.
Sarah Zodahane.
Yep.
Sarah Zodahane.
No, I don't know who Sarah Zodahane is.
You don't?
No.
I thought you were affiliated with his brother.
Loran's brother. No, I did not know he had a Sarah Zodahane.
I spoke to Loran just a day ago or two.
He was messaging you.
Yes.
That's-
Before even you yourself messaged me. That's quite strange. I was expecting you to reach out if you had access.
What do
No
you mean?
matter.
What do you mean?
He messaged me personally at least a day before you did.
But we messaged you like a week and a bit ago.
The first correspondence I got from you was rather recent.
You didn't get my message, my first message.
I don't believe so.
Something must have
Gone wrong.
gone wrong.
Also, are you quite alright?
I need to make sure that Mumseswald is okay.
At which point you come out of the alleyway. And Crawl taps you on the shoulder and says, I don't want to leave you, but I have got other plans.
Where are you going?
I'm not staying here. I was only passing through. But you know you can reach out to me. You can trust me. Also, I'm a friend.
You can't just. Can you just stay for a little longer?
Also, long gone are the days where I had nothing except to be your tutor.
I'm not asking you to.
I can't stay.
Where are you going?
Business is booming. I have to be abroad.
So you're going to leave?
Yes,
For how long?
sometime.
So that's it then. You're here and now you're not here, and then
Yes, Mister. I could delay. If you wished, you could. You say you don't have anywhere to stay, and I thought you were staying over in the upper district, but if you like, you could come and stay with me for a night.
you're going abroad though.
If you wanted to spend some time together, I'm staying at a very simple inn, not too far from the Arcane District, but I could ask them to put you a room up.
I would like to talk to you longer than just the space of an alleyway. I haven't seen you in 5 years.
You have to understand, for a Talshiri, that is not that long.
It's long for me.
Also, I still consider you a dear friend. You can rely on me. If you ask me to, I will stay another day.
Please just stay one more day.
Then would you like to stay with me? I'm sure there'll be an extra room. I can pay.
I'll pay.
No, I couldn't ask that of you.
I have money. But I need to talk to my friends. Or can you not go that far?
I'm not particularly a people person, Miss Van. However, I will help you with this, what was their name, Momsveld issue, if you ask. But I have an appointment to keep.
Okay, where is your inn?
Look for the Dragon Star.
Dragonstar. And you're leaving right now.
I have an appointment. One I cannot reschedule. So I do hope they'll turn up. I've been disappointed a few times recently. Business just isn't what it used to be, Ulster.
What business are you doing now?
I am in the process of outsourcing some potions to an old business partner of mine. Supplying their shop. It is a simple thing, but it makes enough money to fund my other ventures abroad.
Okay. His hand kind of drops like limply off of Kroll's arm. I'll go to your inn later then.
Also, you seem sad. You must come by. Let me make it up to you. I promise. I will be all ears when I have the time.
I feel like if you walk away now, I'm not going to see you again.
That choice is entirely in your hands, Ulster.
How so?
You could choose to come tonight to the inn and stay with me. Tell me your woes, and we can make a plan to meet another time. You could even come abroad with me if you'd like. But these are all long discussions that need to be had, not in the space of moments. And if you were to come abroad with me, there were people you would need to be meeting. Associates of mine I would introduce you to. We'd also need to sort out the matter of your parents, but I'm sure they'd come round. I'm joking. Also.
They have not come around.
Would you like a hug? You look like you need one.
He nods. He does need a hug.
He folds
Not
your
from
hands on,
him, though.
and
He doesn't know.
And he ruffles your hair lightly. Chin up.
I'll come by tonight.
Rely on an old friend once in a while. And he
Okay.
turns and he leaves.
Steph's just kind of standing there.
Moments later, someone falls from a building. Oh, fuck. Oh, hey, Ulster. Oh, Ulster. Hey, Ulster. Hey, it's Loran.
What is he doing?
I'm being pursued. Quick. And he takes her hand and he starts running opposite direction. Just keep going. Just keep going. Don't look back. There's like 5 of them.
Also has a very wobbly. Why you have 5 people pursuing you? Why?
There's a lot of them. Look, I made the mistake of trying to fireworks them away. Very bad idea. Ulster. Wait. Carpet. Ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. 3, 2, and jump.
He jumps.
And you like flop onto the carpet. Ulster, I've been meaning to tell you something since I spoke to Cass this morning, as the wind kind of rushes past your ears.
Also kind of clicks his fingers and the wind mutes.
Oh, now I'm shouting.
Yeah.
Ulster, I'm a fool. I've been a fool this entire time.
Right.
I want to be in a relationship with you.
Wow.
You know, I think at this point also just passes out.
Oh,
I think it's too much for him. I think he's like, oh, and then just falls.
guys. As you're sitting in this kind of fakeatorium, you hear a shh and like a help, he's passed out! At which point, Loran and Ulster fall from the sky. And I think we'll leave it there for today. Now,
Thank you very much for the game. That was awesome.
I wanted there to be maximum chaos energy.
What happened to Mum?
Who knows?
See?
The crawl ate him?
My baby has been stolen, and Mum's Dismount has gone with it. But I don't care because
My eggplant!
I bought him a cushion. I was one day away from my baby.
Even now?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, you know, Cass is going to be like all up for saving him, but solely to get back her baby.
So funny. So, next week,